Okay, take 10,550. Who knows? So let's just hope this works, because if it doesn't, I am going to actually start cracking a little bit of a hissy fit, because as we all know, I love to talk. So, hello, Aussie True Crime, if you're still in here, hello. Um, I'm not sure why other people aren't able to find the link, but it's there, I promise you. Um, Hang on, sorry. So I'm hoping that this works, because if it doesn't, then there's something definitely going on with my stream. See, Aussie True Crime, Van and other people can't find the thing, so I don't know what's actually going on. So I'll continue. Hopefully, Van can find her way in here, and Karen and Muck Boys and all those other lovely people that like to join me when I talk. Yay, Van! I have no idea who removed you and blocked you. That is bullshit. I would never, ever, ever, ever do that. Ever. I got Van on phone. Sweet. Hello, Pauline. How you doing? This is going to be good, because I think it's now working again. I'm hoping, and I really am hoping. So how are the people that are in here? How are we all today? Today has been a very weird day, just so I get that off the bat. Oh, welcome, Tammie Clark. Welcome. Oh, there's two Tammies in here. Doo-doo-doo-doo. That's awesome. Sorry. Very strange to do that noise, and I do apologize. But yeah, so today is basically going to be a Q&A. I do ask if that my mods see anyone in here that is even close to being a troll or anything like that. Please time them out if they type anything inappropriate. I'd appreciate. Yeah, Muck Boys isn't here yet. Welcome, Karen. He will be, I think. If he finds the link, he should be okay. And I want him to rest his voice. So if this is working okay now, I don't think I need anybody to cover me at all. I think that the fact that Van's back, and she's back being blue, where in my personal opinion she belongs, I think we should be able to go off without a hitch today. But like I said, for my mods, if you see anyone that is coming in here and starting shit or trying to be okay, Pauline, no worries. Oh, well, if it's up to him. If Mike Boyce feels comfortable about coming up here, then I will post my StreamYard link in chat, and then he can pop up here. But if there's difficulties and stuff and he's got a sore throat, I don't want to harass him and have him talking too much, because, when you got a sore throat, the last thing you really want to do is talk. But I'm pretty sure even if I had one. Yes, I got Van too. Woohoo! Yes, Van is an absolute gem. And I can actually see all your names instead of going through Facebook, where it comes through as Facebook user, and I'll be through talking, and then I'll be like, I'm sorry, but who's that coming through as? Yes, I'm back, Buffy. And let's just hope it continues to work, because if it doesn't, it's going to really annoy the hell out of me. And like I said, that's why when I started, I was like, welcome back to attempt number 10,752. I'm glad to hear that, Pauline. I never thought you were, though. You've been in a few of my chats and you've actually been really respectful, so I appreciate that. But it's just in general, the people that know a bit of the backstory of what's going on with me at the moment. If you see anyone that even sounds or appears to be a bit of a troll and it's one of them, or it's that person, please feel free to block them. Because at the end of the day, I'm not here to do play favorites. I'm not here to play a game of like, who's got this to say about me or another channel. You can say whatever you want about other channels, but at the same time, if it's going to be discriminative and it's going to reflect bad on my channel, please respect me enough not to mention it in my chat. Because even though there are three of my mods in here at the moment, I should say, sorry, I do trust them and I do trust their judgment. So if at any point in time when you're in one of my chats and you're feeling like you're being bullied or anything like that, or if you do in fact get blocked from my channel, please feel free to notify me and let me know, and then they will be removed. But at the same time, it's more about what people in chat find offensive, so to speak. And because I don't see everything at the same time as, say, my mods do, I probably see it before them. But at the same time, if my mods think you're being inappropriate, they will time you out. And then after that timeout has been, what's the word to call it? When you think in that few minutes, seconds, those 300 seconds you get timed out for. If you think that you were timed out inappropriately, judged, so to speak, yeah, Muck Boys is not very well, and I need him to, more than anything, I would need him to rest, but I'm sure he'll be in here when he can. So, yes, Aussie True Crime was the first one in here. So, like I said, if you think that if any time you're timed out for a comment that you said that you think is a fair comment or anything like that, like I said, please find a way to let me know, preferably if you can, like through Messenger on Facebook. Let me know and I will evaluate it, and I will have a meeting with my mods and see what they say. But if my mods have you in here and they think that you're inappropriate at any given time, they do reserve the right to remove you. So that is a disclaimer up front. Another disclaimer is that I swear a lot. And I apologise in advance, but at the same time, when I'm very passionate about something, I sometimes drop the F-bomb and don't even realise that I do. Yeah, that was very, very, very weird, Karen. I do agree with that. Yes, because Van was temporary, well, until I ended and went back into one of my previous lives, and I found her name and I clicked on her name, and even though she was it said that she was mod in that chat, I clicked on it and it said unhide from channel. So I did that, clicked back on her name, and it said make mod. And I'm like, huh, yeah, hello, of course. Yeah, Aussie True Crime definitely has an awesome channel. I love her channel. Her voice is very relaxing and soothing. In saying that, I would not want to get on her bad side. I love you to bits, Aussie True Crime, so I don't mean this in an offensive way, because I always think that if someone has this calm, soothing voice normally, I freak out at the biggest time trying to think how they'd sound if they were aggro. Muck Boys is back in here. Yes. Muck Boys, are you up to being up on panel? Because I have a request from someone in the chat. They want to hear your voice. So if you're up to it, and only if you're up to it. Oh, thank you, Tammie. That's very sweet. And only if you're up to it, you let me know and I'll drop the link in chat. But if you are not up to it, then we'll save it for another day when you are feeling better, because I don't want you to strain your voice. So that decision is yours and yours alone. So, yes, I want to make sure that people, when they're not well, I don't want them to feel pressured to join me on panel. I don't want people thinking that, oh, Tammie's live. Oh, we got to go on panel with her. I don't want people to think that. I want people to know that if they're not well, they can just, okay, I'm actually going to post. I've got to remember how to do this now. Okay. I've always said this, and this is where I need my mods to make sure that they can monitor what is going on. When I do drop my link. Oh, thank you. I was going to say, can you please drop True Aussie start again. Aussie True Crimes links for her page. Please go over to her page, like and subscribe, and ring that notification bell, because she is awesome. Okay. The person who has nothing but stars as their name, can you please let me know who you are? Because I'm sorry, without a name, I don't want trolls in here. So please feel free to let me know your name. And hi there to you too. I don't know who you are, so I'm going to be asking my mods to please. I rather make sure that sorry, I'm just very, how can I put it without sounding dramatic? I just rather make sure that my mods keep an eye on whoever has all those stars as their name. Feel free to stay, but I'd rather you hey Catalan, hey go, keep forgetting if I'm saying your name right. Yeah, hello, how you going? But like I said, I'd rather have a name in here than just nothing but stars, because that is a bit of a trigger for me, because I don't know who you are. You know who everyone else is in chat, you know who they are, but I just ask if you could let everybody know, and my mods just to keep an eye. I know Muffy, but yeah. Anywho, moving on. Sorry, because I don't know how to address you, but I can't just go, hey, dozen stars, how you doing? You know, so I don't know, but yeah. Okay, well, however many stars is in your name, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. That's fine. Oh yes, I just know. Yeah, but like I said, if you're here for the right reasons, feel free to stay. But if you're not, then you're not. Um, yeah. So, anywho, today's just basically an open panel. So you guys in chat, who I know most of you and talk to most of you daily. If you have any questions you'd like to ask me about my channel, about my life, which I'd rather not go into, or anything like that, please. Hang on. Oh, sorry. Give me one sec. I don't know what's going on. Okay. They can. That's fine. Okay. I just want to make sure that people know that this is a safe place for people to be. It's not a place where you can come in here and bully other people. But like I said, if you feel like you are being bullied by anyone in my chat, please feel free to let me know. And if it's happening in chat as I'm live, please feel free to let me know. But the way you can let me know straight away is if you put it in capitals, and let me know straight away, because then that way I can pay attention to what's happening in chat. But I'm not asking you all to write in capitals now. It's just if someone's giving you grief in chat, please write it in capitals, because then I can address it straight away as the host of the page. But yeah, like I was saying, if there's any questions anyone would like to ask me about, what I'm planning on doing with my channel, excuse me, what I plan on doing with my channel, or what direction I hope to go into, like I said, feel free. Yes. Yes, it's Pauline. It's a mod convention, and by the end of today, I'll probably be adding a couple more mods to my mod. Oh, okay. Hang on. All right. Just click. Hopefully it works. Feel free to click that link. Okay. Okay. No worries. Can I call you? Okay. For the guy or female, male or female, whoever has that name as stars, would you feel comfortable, and only if you're comfortable with it, can you give me something that I can address you as, so that way if you write something or you ask me a question, I'm not there going and ignoring it or anything like that. Do you have a name I can address you have? Yeah, I've dropped the link, Karen. I've dropped the link in chat. But like I said, if you can, just give me a nickname that I can call you, the girl or the male or female who has all those stars. Please feel free just to let me know a nickname I can call you, if that's okay. And then I can address you as that, if that's all right. Because if you ask me a question at any time in chat, I want to be able to acknowledge your question with a name on. So, and yes, that's right, Van. We did not mean to offend you, sweetheart. It's just that a few things have been happening over the last few lives that I rather not have repeated. So if you have a name or a nickname, I can call you, please let me know. And welcome. Oh, there's an
Ah, you hear me?
echo.
All right. Is it echoing or anything or no?
Yes.
Huh. I don't know why.
I don't know either.
I definitely have everything else off. Um, I
Um,
I paused the live. I paused. Oh, you know what? Hold on 1 second. Let me just close that YouTube. Hold on.
okay.
Is that any better?
Um, I can still hear myself.
Dang it! I
Do
don't
you want
know
to try the
what.
volume
What do you think? Up, down,
down?
down. All
Can you
right.
still
That's
hear
about
me?
as low, I think.
Oh, well, there you go. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
The echo's not as bad. Welcome to my panel, Mr. McCoys.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. I'm so sorry to hear you're not well.
Yeah, it was I obviously I haven't had it. Um I On Thursday it was like someone snapped their fingers, like it was like I was completely fine. About 5:15, I just started kind of feeling hot and I was real kind of dizzy and
Mm.
I just felt like off and fever was like 102 and I was like I bet I got it. So I went Friday and got tested and sure enough, so
That's fucked up.
yeah. Um, I've only known a few. My grandfather got it. He got it, and he had it for 3 months. He tested positive for it for 3 months, and
Shit.
no one else. No one else. I have a 16 and 13-year-old boys. They didn't. They've never had it. My wife is a occupational therapist, like a coda, and
Yep.
so she had to have the vaccine, but she never got it prior. Um, so I had no clue why, like what why for a year and what is it a March of 2020, so like a year and 4 or 5 months, why I got it now, or I don't know.
Just so you know. Oh, do you have the earplugs?
No, I do not.
Okay. Well, talk
You and me, so I might be able to find some, but I don't know.
slow, like a six is in love with the voice. I don't hear myself echo
Yeah, I
though.
wish I like. How do you think I should do? Like, I would like to be able to still chat, but usually when I do it, I'm in front of a computer. I'm not. Oh, I got my laptop. I could turn on my laptop. Then I could like chat and talk to you.
Yeah, if you
Um.
could, that'd be good.
So talking about the Watts case. You know, when it first happened, the reason I kind of got in, and some people might know this, I don't know, but the reason I was so interested was like it scared me because I'm like, man, if this dude, never in trouble that we know of, seemed to be a calm guy, like, could that happen to me? Like, is that in everybody where like they just snap and like, could I do that to my family, And it just like that was kind of why I even got into it, was just it scared me because I'm like, man, if this guy could do it, could I do it? Or it was just real odd. And
Mm.
then once I got into here and everything and started looking into it, and then you realize, like, man, I don't think he, I mean, he's where he belongs, but I think somebody should be there with him. I don't believe he did it all alone.
Oh, definitely. Okay, there is still an echo. Are you able to hop onto your laptop?
Yeah. I'm going to it now. Hold on. Yeah, it's plugged in, everything. I'm sitting
All
on
right.
the
Do you
couch.
want to keep warm or keep cool? Did you want to step down and go through that?
Well, okay. Now, so you're saying like use my laptop to talk
Hmm.
through and everything?
Yeah, if you can.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. All right, yep.
All right,
I'll get off. I'll get off here and give me like 2 minutes to get like on and everything. But yeah, all right.
all right,
I'll get off here and then I'll come back.
all right. I'll speak to you soon, Mark.
All right, bye.
Bye. Good night. Do I still have an echo now, though? I have turned my volume down. I've done everything possible. So I can. The thing is, I can hear myself talk when Muck Boys comes up on panel. That's weird. I don't know why that's happening. But when Karen was up here before and Muck Boys stepped down again before, there was no echo. So I don't know what's going on. Yeah, so there's no echo now. That's weird, man. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on. But I missed the part where the person with all the stars is their name. Did they give me a nickname I can call them? Sorry. Yeah. So however many stars there are in your nickname there, sweetheart, I'm not doing it to be rude. I'm just asking if there's anything, any name I can call you or anything like that, just so that way, like I said, if you happen to ask a question, I can address it and say, oh, such and such asks a question. Okay, now my volume is down, Muffy. That's the thing. My volume is right down. And hang on a sec. That's for that. That's for that. Hang on. Let me try that. I've never had any issues with it before, so that's no. Okay, Star? That's what I was going to ask you. Yeah, okay. Cool. Thanks, Star. No, I just want to make sure everyone in my chats feel welcome. I don't want anyone to ever feel out of place or not welcome. So the person who has the name with all the stars, we call her Star. All right. So please refer to him or her as that. I'm not sure if you're a male or female, so I'll just say that's what they want to be called. It's all good. But yeah, so I don't have I don't have an echo now. It's just weird because when I talk to Mark through Messenger, as in we call each other a few times. Yeah. Yeah. So before Mark Boys comes back up and talks a bit more, he's going to talk Chris Watts, by the way, guys, just so you all know. But like what he was saying before, it's very true though. It's very scary because you start questioning. Oh, Mark Boys, when you're recovered from this, please, my God, darling, please get vaccinated. Okay, that's all right, Star. Each to their own. As long as, like I said, I remember that anytime you come into my chat, you prefer to be called Star. That's all good. So sometimes it's good to be incognito. I'll actually take that off now because I'm pretty sure everybody knows. But yeah, it scares a lot of people to think that, someone that, would take the time to actually plot this, I don't normally agree with anything DA Dork has to say, but it's true. Why didn't he just, oh, okay, one sec, guys. And this goes for anybody who would like to join me. Don't feel the pressure. Hey Tracy, how you doing, sweetheart? Welcome to my chat. But like I said, today's just basically, Q&A. Ask whatever you want to know. Oh, okay. Now we have someone called Smelly Recliner. Oh, okay. That's a really weird thing to ask in chat, but anyway. Yeah, so as I said before, everybody has the right to feel welcome and safe in my chats.
All right, okay. Is that any better?
Yes, no echo. That is so cool.
That's better?
Yeah, if you want to pop up here, Tammie, feel free. The link's in chat. But yeah, no, there's no echo, so that's good.
No echo here a minute. All right, cool. So now I'm using my laptop and I got the chat on my phone. Well, I guess I can do it all right here. But anyway, all right, cool.
Can you promise me something?
Yeah.
Oh, well, Tammie Clark says you have a sexy voice to start with, by the way.
Awesome. Thank you.
Um, can you please get the vaccine when you're better?
I guess, I never really wanted to, but
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really have a reason. I'm not like a, anti-vax or anything, but I just didn't want to do it because in my mind, I'm like, man, I've gone a year and however long. I changed nothing about my life except for wearing a mask. Like, I still went to Publix. I still went and got gas. Like nothing changed, and I never got it. So I was like, and now obviously I did. So
Yeah. Sorry to change the subject for a quick second.
Hmm?
Muffy Dragon Slayer, is there a problem with smelly recliner? Sorry. I
That's a
just
funny
think that,
name.
yeah, but she just does a very
Oh, okay, yeah, I don't know what she's done or anything. That was just a funny name. Excuse me. Oh, what did they say to me? I just see Muffy said, did you see Smelly's message to Muck? And I did not. I don't know what she said. Who knows? Um, but anyway, so I guess back to the Watts case. So yeah, like I said,
Christy.
oh,
And I
no,
just put it
okay,
up
yeah.
on
So like
screen
I
for you
said,
to.
what what got me into it was just, man, could I do that? And then obviously we got, started looking into stuff, and then I was watching I got into a few channels like whatever, and then I saw Dave on one, and I became like Dave kind of thought the same way I did. So it's like, oh, this guy's pretty cool. And so I would message him and stuff. Then he started his channel, and so now, in the last, 8, 9 months or whatever, I've just gotten really into to YouTube. And, like I really do enjoy the YouTube, man. Like the people on here, like it's like they're like almost like truly friends
Where he's
I've never
gone.
met. But,
Oh
I really enjoy like
no.
you, and there's many people on here, just very nice people, and I enjoy going into chats. I enjoy watching like the Nicole Kessinger interview and just watching it and chatting with people. Almost every time you learn something new, and I love it.
Okay. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. Continue with what you're saying. It just dropped out before.
Eh, So so like I said, that's why I got into the Watts. Now, I do believe Kessinger definitely had something to do with it. Um, the one thing that I always think about is, what if they could have gotten into her phone? Like, how, if she didn't change her password, and I
Mhm.
saw something the other day, what it was um, Apple had an update,
Yep.
and the passwords went from 4 to 6 digits, and you can hear one of them, like Chris is like, I don't know, it used to be 4 digits, and then she's like, well, it's six. So I heard that that's what happened, was there's an update, and I guess that's why she had changed it. So, if they could have gotten into her phone, I'm assuming they would have responded acting like her. And who knows how many days could they have gone? Like, like what would they have gone? And then let's just say they go 2 or 3 days. Then what was the plan? I don't know, but
It's a case that when you think you're going, sorry, I was just reading comments. When someone says to me earlier, like, why do I think NK's involved? Is because when you see the morning, how when Nate goes, oh, I get footage from here, there, and everywhere, you only see that little gap. That's the only footage that the public is able to see. And I just think that by Nicole Kessinger saying that she didn't want to play second fiddle in his life. And I think
mm,
that's why she was the kind of person who would not ever want to play second fiddle. So that's why I believe she was involved, because she always wanted to be number one, and that's it. And if Shanann and the girls and Nikos weren't disposed of, so to speak, then she would have always been that way. You know, she would have always
Mm.
come second. She would have never been first in his life. There would have always been a doctor's appointment, a school play, or something that would have drawn Chris back to Shanann. And so
The one thing that I just don't get, and I hope no one, not offending anybody, whatever, but how anybody can believe that they that in that video we see he loaded up a 150-pound body just boggles my mind. I
I
mean,
personally don't think she went in the truck.
I mean, he would have had to carry it perfectly behind the bed, nothing hanging below, nothing above. He never struggled. Uh, just how there's even one thing I saw the other day where one of them, I guess it's Coonrod. He's in the back and he says something to like another officer on the body cam. He's like, "Yeah, the neighbor got footage." He's like, "But when he left, he's like, but nothing was loaded up or something like that." It's like
Yeah.
there's no way that dude loaded up a body in that. Now again, in what we saw, I still have no clue. Just you know, if that's from that day. I still don't know about those videos, how much is lies. Like the doorbell cam of her walking in. That shirt, her shirt, that I mean, we never see that shirt again. Now, maybe it's there, but you know, I still don't know if that was that night of her walking in. I really don't.
Yeah, well, that's it, because there's no, when you look at the video footage of it, there's no like date in the top corner saying this was taken from here. But also that what I found interesting about that particular doorbell footage when she's walking in for the last time, um, for starters, I don't think she looks pregnant, but that I've never been pregnant, so I can't
Mm.
say she was.
She was
But
way
also,
early though.
yeah, but then you see footage of her on a side profile when she's wearing a white top and she's holding her stomach, and you can actually see the baby bump. So, in fact, we
Oh.
didn't see it that night. And also when they're doing the shonky welfare check, Chris demonstrates from when the doorbell camera footage picks up on it. Shanann was further away than where he stood that day and said, "This is when the doorbell camera picks up from." And
Hmm.
she was further away than that. And the fact that it showed NA leaving, if that was the case, then like I said, I don't believe that Chris was accurate where the doorbell camera actually picked up from, because she was further away than where he stood that
Yeah.
day.
Well, it makes sense. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Um, the other thing too, a lot of people notice is um, everybody says a lot of things about the lights, and like how bright it is. Like everybody has their lights on around when she
Yeah,
came home that night, and you know,
exactly.
if it's 2 in the morning, I mean, I guess, I mean, I do know what they're saying. Like, it does seem kind of bright, but I don't find that being that odd. But and then that I've watched the video of the red car 1,000 times, and I personally, I just don't know what to say.
Yeah, because it's like, if I no, now this might sound like I'm being weird, but if I was in a situation where I was the mistress of a convicted murderer of a family and stuff like that, mind you, can't be too sure of who's who these days. But the thing is, why hasn't she said her story? Why is it that she's allowing, myself included, all
Hmm.
these other YouTube channels, past, present, and most probably ones in the future, will come out and say horrible things about her? Now, if someone's saying something horrible about me, I want to know, and I want to go and actually stand up for myself, whereas she's not saying a single thing. Yes, Karen, please stay safe. I hope no one's injured in that bang you heard. All right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
So it
it's
makes
amazing
sense.
how loud car wrecks are. Like when you
Oh,
hear one, it's amazing how loud they are. That's
yeah.
wild, Karen.
And the thing is, well, sorry to change the subject off the
No,
accident that Karen
go
heard,
ahead.
but when she came home that day, like you said, or that morning, all those
Uh,
lights were on opposite their home. Now, the thing that I find bizarre about that is that if Shanann was concerned about the girls being woken up by Chris's truck, where was the concern with all those lights being on if the girls were in fact at home when he left for work and they were asleep? Where was the concern for all those lights being on, and why did Chris reverse into the garage if he did? Like I said, I don't believe that anyone went in Chris's car
mm,
that day, because there were cotton fibers found on the fence out back that were never tested.
I didn't know that. Okay.
So, and Chris has pointed out on numerous occasions, or not numerous, but the one time when he's doing, excuse me, an interview, he's talking about how, oh, there's no cameras out the back, and and all that, and just a driveway. And I'm thinking, now, why would you make that known?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm sorry if that makes me sound weird, but it's like, why come out and say there are no cameras out the back and say it with such like urgency in your voice, where everything else sounded like somewhat normal? He sounded so panicky when he goes, oh, well, there's no cameras out the back. And then he calmed down a bit. Then he looked at his phone and he looked like he had just been sent a picture of a ghost, from what I observed. So it just doesn't make any sense. And lots of things that weren't, you know, doesn't add up. Like I said, when that officer douchebag, Gunrad or whatever his name was, when he went in there and he goes, oh, what's behind this door? Again, if you want this whole information, please check out Seeking the Truth with Dave. What happened is he put up there that he goes, oh, what's behind this door? And the cop turned and goes, oh, I don't know, it's been locked since we got here. It's like, what are you doing? Why haven't you even tried to attempt to unlock that? Like, did you learn anything from the John Bonet case from what went on behind a closed and locked door? Clearly not. Because if they had unlocked the basement door at the John Bonet case, then they would have found her sooner. You know?
Yo, yes, I am sorry.
That's okay.
I was just kind of listening.
No, it's just like, because for the moment that that police officer arrived and talked to Nicole Atkinson,
Mm-hmm.
and she said, "Oh, I found out this morning that they were in the midst of working out separation."
Mm-hmm.
Separated. Now, in that case, now at this time, as far as we know, no one had been in that house until, apart from Chris when he left that morning.
Mm-hmm.
But if someone's not answering the door, they're not returning phone calls, returning text messages, the car's in the garage, the shoes that apparently she wore every day was still there by the front door, and all that other stuff was still there. Now, here's the thing. Wouldn't you look at that? Okay, this guy has a big car. He's taking his sweet ass time to get home. The wife and the kids are missing. They should have then thought, okay, and here's my repeating shit again. We should be putting on gloves, because at the time that for the moment that Chris got home to the moment they left, or the moment they entered the property, they had no idea what they were going to walk into. That was a very big, in my opinion, it was a very big house. So there could have been like bodies upstairs that had been murdered, like killed. They could have been anything. So what would have happened is they walked in without any protective wear whatsoever, walking into a potential crime scene.
Mm-hmm.
They walk in, they take away evidence from whatever they could have found on the carpet, because it would have gone into their to the soles of their shoes. But they didn't, you know what I mean? And then if they had to go downstairs and get the correct, gloves and all that sort of stuff, by
Yeah.
walking back downstairs, they're cross-contaminating again.
Yeah. I mean,
Going back over things, they're cross-contaminating.
the fact they never wore gloves and nothing. What I still believe is when they got there, they just weren't expecting this. And then the case just got so big and everything. And now you go back and we can pick every little thing apart. But
Mm-hmm.
at that first day, I just don't think they knew what to expect. And now they look so dumb by not using gloves and not doing this and that. But I
Yeah,
just
well, like Tammie Clark just wrote, yeah, went through the house calling her out by name. They didn't either. Exactly. Or
yeah.
masks. Exactly, Tammie. Sounds
Yeah.
weird saying my name, but I just find it very, very sus. Now, if like I'm not saying this to sound rude, but the moment that I saw the footage of them standing outside the door and they were just talking and shooting the breeze, and NA was talking to Shanann's mum and all that sort of stuff. If I was that cop, I would have gone back and go, okay, we don't know what we're walking into here. Yes, it's a welfare
Yeah.
check, but we don't know what we're walking
Yeah.
into because she's not returning phone calls. She's not returning anything to communicate with anybody. Please put on these gloves. And secondly, don't let your little girl, walk around the Bella or Cece's room because
Yeah.
they could have come across
Or
anything in
or
that
st-
room.
or stay out till or stay out until I go through the house. Make sure it's safe.
Exactly. But they didn't do any of that. And the fact that this guy has now been promoted, who
Mhm.
knows how, but the fact that, they didn't, when I first saw that, I'm like, well, first thing that came to my head is, where are your gloves? I watch too much Forensic Files. But even when they're doing reenactments of a crime scene in those, Forensic Files, 48 Hours and all that sort of stuff, they still wear gloves. And that's in a reenactment, guys. So it's
Yeah.
just like, yeah.
I a couple things I've recently kind of thought. So one is when Coonrod first gets there, you hear Dieter bark, and he only barks once. And then when Chris gets home, he has to, I think, let him out of the basement. So I believe that NK was in there even then still. Because I mean, Dieter, you clear as day, and that dog did not shut up barking the whole time. And you can hear clear as day when Coonrod starts banging on the door. Anybody home? Dieter barks once, and then it's no more. And then when Chris gets home, he lets him out, and then he's kind of walking around, and he's keep on barking. So I think someone had to put him up.
Mm.
And the other thing that when Chris leaves, when he's on his interrogation on, I guess, the 14th with Coonrod, no, not Coonrod, Coder, and he's in the corner, and Coder, that interrogation, he like you can tell he's not sure if his garage door actually closed, and
Yeah.
I'm starting to think that maybe it did not close, and that 910 Vivint alert was no. I know you're gonna say no to this, because I know you're gonna say no. But anyway, I think that maybe it never closed, and that Nicole Atkinson went in the house to check, like she did nothing wrong. She was just checking on her friend. Then I think she latched the door, because, so, like I said, I think, like, I would have done the same thing, getting in to check on my friend. NA did nothing wrong. Like, she
Mm.
just I think she was trying to see if her friend was okay. And if the garage door was open, I think she went in, and I think she closed the latch on the door, and then she came out and closed the garage door. And the reason I think that is, if she can get in, then she has no reasons for the cops to come and for Chris to come home. If she can get in, so I think she latched that door and closed the garage on her way out. Now, I know you believe she didn't even go in. And I know some people think, oh, NA. I'm like, no, I'm not saying NA did anything wrong. She was checking on her friend. I don't think anything like bad about her, even if she got in. But I know
Mm.
you don't think, you're sure she didn't go in,
Well,
right?
I actually sent her a message, and I was actually quite abrupt about it. To be honest, I messaged her and I said, "I'm just letting you know." I said, "I know it's not my place to let you know this, but people in the YouTube world are saying that you went into the house before the police came." And when she said, "Oh well, if I had done that, they would have found my fingerprints," and no, I did not enter the house. Now she knew that I was from Australia because I was talking to her about Thrive and all the benefits and all that sort of stuff. Now she could have easily said to me, "Yeah, well, I did go into the house. I've got nothing to prove this." Rah rah rah. The thing is, I don't think she went into the house for the simple fact that if she had done that, I think she would have been honest about it to the police, saying, I went into the house, she's nowhere in the house. But the fact that when she goes, they didn't find my fingerprints, you got to look at it as, you got to remember, they didn't do any fingerprint dusting of any surface or anything in that house. They took things away and put them in plastic bags, which was stupid. But I do believe that she was not in the house at all, because
You're right.
I do
It
believe.
it doesn't make sense that she would lie about that because it's not a big deal. But I do not. I know some people think there's a lot more to her, but I don't. I don't think so. Um, but I
It just
really, I
it makes me
oh,
very angry.
another thing too is I'm starting
Yep.
to believe is I'm starting to believe that just maybe so the grave site, um if you know I just don't, would they have been able to see it on Monday if it was there, like the other workers?
Yeah, well,
uh,
that's it. Like, why didn't they see anything on the Monday when they were out there? Because by the time Chris was leaving for work, the sun was coming up, so they can't say it was too dark to see anything.
yeah,
Oh, hi, Matt.
and also, where the sheets and stuff, like I'm assuming that one of those people would have been like, hey, why is there a freaking sheet in a garbage bag out in the middle of the field? That's weird. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And the fact that that was never called into question, because I don't believe she was there on the Monday.
I'm starting to think, so you know how which this guy just gets shadier and shadier, the Troy McCoy. uh I'm starting to think, so he went back out there on Tuesday, right? With the water truck guy.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to think she wasn't put out there to maybe. Another thing was it rained. I mean, now granted, I'm from Florida, so I do understand the whole. It can rain here and not rain 20 feet away.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's true.
I
Yeah.
know on Tuesday, I believe, there's a video of reporters and they're standing under a umbrella and it is pouring down rain. It's nuts. And if you look at the gravesite, I mean, the dirt looks fresh. It does not look rained on.
That's true. But
You
then
know what
he
I'm
said,
saying?
yeah, but then he also said to Cheryl and Cadle, I think he said it to her, that he raked over the gravesite so it didn't look like it'd been disturbed. But even so, if I was out in the middle of nowhere and there was a field and then I saw all flat sand and then I saw raked over sand, I'll be like, what the? Why is it all like flat here? But here we've got lines across it. And she wasn't buried very deep.
Well,
So,
and also, if you think about it, so you dig a hole, right?
yep.
You stick something in it. Now all that dirt isn't going to go back in there. And I didn't see a bunch of dirt around it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Like, now she takes up the space. So now where's all that extra dirt? And it's like it that that just looked way too fresh on Wednesday for him to dug that on Monday.
exactly. And the thing I find very bizarre as well, and this is going back to when they did the welfare check, Dita was in, someone said, a crate or something downstairs. Okay, now if Shanann was home and the girls were home, why wasn't Dita able to run around the house free?
No, I'm,
But
I'm
when
telling
Chris
you, he
went and
was.
did it, but when Chris went and did and picked up his dad from the airport and he went for his lie detector test and they then went back into the house to get more evidence, Dita was running around the house like a chook without a head. Like, now, if Chris is guilty, or he was drummed into his head that he was, why was Dita running? Why wasn't Dita running around that house? He reckons that Chris said they were in the house when he left. They were there when he left for work. That was his first statement. If that was the case, why wasn't Dieter allowed to run around the house that morning? Shanann was home, supposedly. The girls were home, supposedly. But you're going to do a lie detector test and you knew you weren't going to go home that night. So why was Dieter running around the house that night without any care in the world apart from barking like a trooper?
I'm telling you, I don't know if you can or not, but go that body cam when Coonrod first gets there. You can hear Dieter bark clear as day, and then
You can.
all of a sudden, you don't hear it again, and then Chris has to let him out. So I think someone put him away.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, and the other thing too, the lie detector. I would love to be able to get another professional to read his results and find out if he was lying or not. I would love to know if they just told him he was.
Exactly, because when she shows the diagram of when he lied, she goes, "Oh, you lied here, so thank you for being a great liar." But when it came time to actually saying you failed, we see nothing. And as far as I know, there's nothing in the discovery that even hints at his shows a photo of what his results were. They don't show what question he actually lied about. Nothing. And I think every person that was interviewed, regardless of who they were, should have been put on a lie detector test where they were being questioned, especially NK. As I refer to her on my channel, camel tits. Sorry, I keep forgetting I'm on my own channel at the moment. So it comes down to, like you said, the dog was barking and it barked once and then it was quiet. But yet, as they're walking through the house and stuff, like Dita was very close to Shanann and the girls. So I do believe that Dita, if only we knew that the Dr. Doolittle was real.
Stars. Like I don't know why, but I'm telling you, when Coonrod first gets there and is knocking, you hear Dieter bark, and then you never hear him again. And when Chris gets home, he lets him out of the basement. So, you know, he asked, "What's the intention of putting the dog away?" I don't know, but I know he was for sure because, like I said, when he barks, it's so clear. It's not. There's no when he's barking at first. It's not like he's real far away or down in the basement. I think he was right at the damn door.
Exactly. And the thing as well, like, why did it take Chris a minute and a half to go from the garage door when he walked
Well,
in to get to the front door? It wouldn't have taken a minute and a half. It would
you
have
know,
only taken 20 seconds.
and not nothing bad, but Na did seem kind of pushy there. Like when she was upstairs and everything. Like, why didn't she just follow him right in? I was kind of shocked.
Exactly. And the
Like
fact that Shanann's mum says, "Oh, I'm giving you
yeah,
permission to go into my daughter's house." Like, I can't remember who it was, but many, many moons ago, there was a woman that said that that Shanann and the girls and Nico didn't actually die at all. They're in witness protection. Now, if that is the case, why is Chris in jail? Like, it makes absolutely no sense. But yeah,
Oh, Karen, so you had heard you think you heard somewhere that he did pass. There's so many times like I hear something and then I could never find it again, or maybe I never heard it. That's funny. Like that happens all the time. I hear something and then I can never find it again.
yeah, like with the fact that it just they screwed up this case from the very beginning. And like I said in a previous live, from the moment they found someone that they could point the finger at, they zeroed in on him, and everyone else was just collateral damage, so to speak. And it's really quite sad that people, like, lots of people say to me, "Why do you have your theories?" And it's because I have my theories because I religiously watch Dave's channel. And for
Mm,
those who don't know, it's Seeking the Truth with Dave. He goes into every little thing as though he's looking at it for the first time. And he doesn't look at it and go, "Oh, I'm going to play this video again. Stay tuned. I'm going to talk about it." He gets more involved the more he plays the same
mm,
thing. And I pick
mhm.
up on things that I hadn't picked up on because Dave
Exactly,
points
for
it out with a
sure.
microscope or a magnifying glass. Take your pick. He's actually really, 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 really good at investigating this case. And I think that that's also why I was inspired to start my own channel, because things that he points out, and anytime I mention something he mentions, obviously I say go over to Dave's channel and check out the whole video. But it comes down to that there's things that just don't add up. at the end of the day. You know, it just makes absolutely no sense. Oh,
Hmm.
okay. Muffy just wrote Star. I think Chris was drugged and didn't have a clue what was going on. I agree with that. I do believe he was drugged completely. Like, thank you for posting Dave's channel, Ben. Much appreciate it. Um, it comes down to like, if he didn't do any of this, is he trying to protect his family? Because the fact that NK has connections in like everywhere to destroy his family even more than it's already destroyed, or why is he protecting her? He said leave Nikki out of this,
Hmm.
but then he found out that Nikki had already gone and given a statement, and he honestly he looked. Is it devil's dust or what's it, devil's breath?
Devil's breath.
Yeah. So for me, it just comes down to, if she drugged him, they didn't drug test him. They didn't give him a psych test. They didn't do anything. And like the fact that he had pretty much no sleep. And then when he did doze off, NK badges him and goes, "How could you fall asleep at a time like this? I haven't been able to sleep." And I'm just like, well, that's a clue right there. Why hasn't she been able to sleep? It's not like she was friends with Shanann. She never met the girls, supposedly. And so why is she having difficulty sleeping? But yet Chris sleeps like, what, a few minutes and he gets grilled by her for sleeping. I've been done. Devil's breath. What do you mean, Tammie? Do you want to pop up here, Tammie? At all? I have two Tammies on channel. That'd be scary. Oh, it's just the longer I investigate this, the more angry I get because it's like people need to be in jail along with Chris and Kay especially.
For sure.
She shouldn't be wandering around saying, "Oh, hang on."
I still, you know, I, I still sometimes, and I'll believe this is that. So I just but doing some Googling and stuff like that, I
Mm.
found some ties to NK's dad in North Carolina. So
Oh,
I almost I almost thought that, you know, that dirty South where Shanann worked, they got sued by like 20 people for like embezzling money. And you know how Shanann built that big old house when she was like, young, right?
yep.
I almost think like, and I don't like not saying Shanann knew, but maybe she used some of that embezzled money, like say her company gave her a bonus or something. Like I don't think Shanann stole on purpose. Like, say she used the money, whatever, built that house, and it was Dwayne's money. And now they've been after her since to get her back for stealing his money. And that was one of the reasons. And that's why, like, they were Googling her name to find out where she was at. And then NK got a job there just to get to Chris. And, like, it was like a big plot. That seems kind of crazy, but I don't know.
No, it's actually a good theory though, because you think if it's, but also though, if Shanann had, like you're saying that you don't think that Shanann stole, because I think if she had done, oh, sorry, someone's in backstage. Hang on. Who's backstage? Oh, there you go. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
You're very
Very nice
distant.
meeting
You too. How are you?
you. I'm wonderful. Thank you for asking.
No
I'm like
worries.
you. I've been really watching a lot of Dave. Oh, all the
Yes.
time. He is so good.
I hate to ask
I
you
am
this,
so involved in
Tiger Rasoon?
Tigress one. It's
Yeah,
called
Tigress
Tiger.
Tigress.
won. Tigress
Okay.
won.
Are you Tammie in chat by any chance?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay.
That's me,
Sorry, I was just
Tammy.
going to
How
say,
are you?
I beg your pardon?
I say, how are you, darling?
I'm good. I'm enjoying doing this. This is fun because I love this. If anyone else wants to pop up here, feel free. The links in chat. But yeah, did you say you've had Devil's Breath?
No,
Oh,
I actually had the trumpets. I had the plants in my yard, and I didn't know that. And my dear friend told me about the devil's breath, but I didn't think nothing of it because they were beautiful. They were beautiful tangerine trumpets, and they would lean over
beautiful.
really strong. You know, they they blossom a certain time of year. They're gorgeous, and I got scared of them, so I just gave them away. I didn't want to keep them anymore.
Oh, I don't blame you. Oh, so what are your theories? Do you think NK is connected to this?
Oh,
Sorry?
I'm sorry.
Oh, I was asking if you thought NK was involved. Okay,
No,
I can't hear him.
I don't know. No, I just.
Well, on my channel, she's referred to as camel tits, so. Oh, that's what you got to do, Muck Boys. You actually have to call her camel tits at least once when you're on my channel.
I cannot call my baby such a bad word.
Are you for real? Oh my god. No, that's the terms and conditions of being on my panel. You have to call her that at least once. Camel tits, camel breath. It's
my
entirely up to you. But just don't
my
call her your honey.
my gorgeous baby in the brown bikini.
Okay, insert
Nobody-
vomit right now.
What do I gotta call her? Camel tit?
There you go.
Camel
you.
tits? Like, all right, that's not too bad. But I
Yeah.
mean, don't get me wrong. I think she's involved as can be, but I love her pictures.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna be sick now. What about you? Excuse me. Tammie, do you feel comfortable calling her that at least once?
Hamilton, yes.
There you go. See,
You hear
us
me?
women, we can just say it like it's turning on a light, you know, but some men have issues. But no, okay, not Muffy, sorry. Muck Boys, why do you respect that thing in a sense?
I do not at all. I just think she has a great body. That's it.
Yeah, cut off the head.
No, and you know what else was so like, so you know the part where in the interview, and man, when I found this out, it even more ticked me off than ever, was so you know where she's like I think she says like they're so little or something.
Oh yes.
Like I always thought that like Dave or whatever had put together like a little track of like her sounding weird. I didn't realize like all that happened at once. Like when she was like crying, I mean, dude, I was like, all right, this lady's an idiot.
She sounded like an injured animal when she started crying. But then the second the conversation came back to her, she perked up pretty quick.
No, I can't stand her. And
There it is.
I I I obviously think she was involved. I mean, this gym, I mean, why, he's gotta be, here we go. So back to the her being buried maybe on the Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they even say at one spot how she has like a safe house, and that's where she may go stay because she doesn't want like everyone coming to her house, right?
Yep.
I mean, maybe they held him there until Tuesday. And, and maybe that's why Chris, like didn't even know they were gone really. And there's a part where here it is. Here, I just found this out the other day. So I find this so odd that like when they call Chris to get the kids like height, weight, and everything.
Yep.
That's at 2 a.m.
Yeah, I found that. Yeah, I found that out
That's
from Dave's
freaking
channel the
weird.
other day.
So,
Like,
okay,
who
there's
does
another
that?
thing. When they call, he almost sounds like he's crying.
Yeah.
He was.
I had heard that it might be that was when he actually found out the kids were gone.
I
Like
agree with that.
by like NK or Jim or somebody, whatever, had told him that. And the other thing that I found odd was that I think he was talking to NK at the time. I almost wonder if the cops called him at 2 a.m. when he was talking to NK just to be like, yo, we got you. Like, hey, like we know you're talking to her right now. Almost like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Sorry, hold that thought for 1 second.
Yeah.
Van's got a question for you, Tam, but I'm pretty sure you already explained that. But if you'd like to explain it a bit better, bit better, a bit more, that'd be cool. Can you see the chat at all?
No, I can't see no chat.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry, because Van's saying, did Tammie Clark? I see you right. You have had devil's breath.
No, I didn't have I had a plant.
She just had the plant in her yard or
I
whatever.
just had the plant that grows. But I didn't know it had capabilities of hallucinations and killing people. So I got rid of it. I had heard that from a friend.
It's pretty scary though, because before this case, I never even heard of devil's breath.
Mm.
And sorry, go on.
No, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
No. Interrupt me as much as you like. That's the beauty of my channel. I don't.
Oh, you're so funny.
Well, so I watched the Vice channel special on it, and I've done a lot of traveling in South America or Central, I guess South America, I guess. I don't know. I've been to Costa Rica like 6 times, Panama, Nicaragua, and I had never heard of it. But on that Vice channel special, I mean, there's a guy that went in and unloaded his whole house, furniture, everything. And the next day, the doorman, he's like yelling at his doorman. He's like, "Why'd you let me do that?" Like, and he's like, "You told me it was okay." He's like, "You were here with 2 other guys." I mean, like, completely just have no clue what you're doing, I guess.
Yeah, because I was I ended up sending it to Dave. Not sure if you ever watched it though, but this guy, he was given devil's breath, and he was sprayed in his face. And then this woman, she took his wallet, she took his credit card, she took the majority of his prized possessions, and then he passed out. And then when he woke up, the room that he had passed out in was completely empty. His bank account was completely empty and everything like that. So maybe like that devil's breath is quite scary.
Yeah, and Chris Watson said in the interrogation room that everything was a fog when he was talking to his father. Everything was a fog, and he acted weird, and he kept hand motioning and moving around like he was on something, and he didn't know who he was.
Exactly, and that's what I find very bizarre as well, because he goes. The thing is that I find very interesting is that if he was given devil's breath that morning, okay, and if NK turned up at his house the night before. Now, let's say that she did, and she gave him something, and it had the devil's breath in it. Of course, he's going to remember that when he went to bed that night, everyone was asleep and everyone was fine. When he went to work, Shadan was still in bed, and the girls were still asleep. That's what he remembers. But then you've got to remember when he got to work, who knows? Like, she checked out that day, but she didn't check in. Cops never questioned her about that at all.
She never even went to work. I believe she never went to work.
No, I don't think she did either. And you know how they say... Sorry, go on.
Her stepmom was working there, and she could sign her in and out and vouch for her. Okay?
Well, that's true.
And yes, and she had some family members in that Andarko. And they could lie for her and just, make her an alibi, so she could be in that closet upstairs. If you look at the first tape, the very first wellness check, they go upstairs with a camera, with a body camera, and she is in the closet. She's in Shannon's closet, but you have to go real slow on the tape because when the cops start to come in, she backs up and she pulls her cell phone back. And she's got black shoes, but they blend in with Shannon's shoes. Yes, you have to. Everybody sees it. You have to just play it back very, very slow. When you get to the closet, you slow it down. And I swear. Go ahead. Okay. I'm sorry.
Sorry, no, that's okay. Sorry, Karen just wrote something. She said she's asking, do they? No, I don't think they do. I can ask my friend who works in agriculture and all that sort of stuff, and I'll ask him if they do. But the thing I find very bizarre is the fact that NK was able to basically tell the police what to do through her interview. Leave Jim alone. Okay, my question back to that would be, why do we need to leave him alone?
What's he got to hide? Interrogate everybody.
Exactly, and I do believe I believe the bodies or the Shanann and the girls were taken to Jim's house. Because she was very, very adamant. Yeah. When you think about it, she was very adamant that they left Jim alone. Now, if you're asking someone to, like, for example, you got kids at school. I don't have kids, thank God. But if my kids were getting picked on and they said, oh, don't do anything about it, leave such and such alone, I'd be questioning my child, saying, well, why do we need to leave that person alone? They're friends with this person. Why do we need to leave that person alone? Yeah, but they didn't ask for that. She called the narrative that whole interview. And the fact they should have all been put on, like I said, all should have been put on lie detector tests and all should have been zapped every time they lied.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, yeah, but she kept saying her car, her truck, but that was Jim's truck that she was driving.
Wasn't it her dad's?
No, it was Jim's. The white truck. It was Jim's, and she kept claiming it was her ride. Well, yeah, it was her ride to use, but it wasn't something she owned. It was Jim's. And her dad had the gray truck with the white camper on it. Now that was her. That I think got sold.
Yeah, that got sold shortly after the crimes. Yep.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. Like, and what? Okay, I'll ask you both this, and I'll also ask chat and see what you all think. And I'm going to swear here, so disclaimer up front. Why the fuck was Camel Tits? Why was she allowed to have her dad in the interrogation room and basically say, you're leading. Oh, here's your alibi for Sunday too, by the way, sweetheart. So why is it that he was allowed to speak on behalf of NK when she couldn't remember certain things, but yet when NA went in with her son for the interview, she was basically told, you can be in the room, but you need to sit there and basically, shut the fuck up. You can't answer people. So I'm just trying to, and I'm sorry, I'm 39 years old, so I would not have a parent I would not understand. Like over here in Australia, it might be different from what it's like in America, but I think, the girl who babysat Bella and Cece that Saturday night, she was allowed to go and get interviewed, but yet her parents were said, oh, you can go in there with her, and she's all like, no, I'm okay to go in there by myself, it's all right. So why was NK excluded from not being allowed to have someone in there with her? Her father wasn't a lawyer.
I couldn't figure that one out. It makes no sense why the father was even allowed in there. She was an old enough person to tend to her own.
Exactly.
She wasn't a minor.
Exactly. She was old enough to enter into a relationship with a married man, okay, and research all that horrible stuff that she researched, so to speak. She should have been interrogated on her own. Yes, she went in there for the second interview when you see her with the drink bottle. Okay, she has a drink bottle. Why didn't you take any fingerprints? Because you've got nothing to compare those fingerprints with. Because they didn't do their job by getting out the fingerprint dust and dusting everywhere they possibly could. And I'm absolutely disgusted that they didn't do that. As soon as they saw that Chris was the husband and he was leaving, oh, I'm glad you're home safe, Sugar Beet, and welcome back. It makes absolute
No sense.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just reading what Star wrote. CW identified Camel Tears as bipolar. That's right. So yeah, but if she was bipolar or not, like, I'm sorry, but should that give her the grounds to have her father in there to basically hold her hand and go, "It's okay, baby, daddy's here"?
Right. She's not a little girl anymore.
Exactly. She was a grown woman, and it just makes me like, okay, I know a few people with bipolar. In all honesty, I do, and if they like, just makes absolutely no sense why he was there at all.
No, no, that's not a medical condition where you need somebody to hold your hand.
Exactly. You take it, as far as I know, you take a tablet or something a day, and it keeps your bipolar under control.
Yes, under control. Yeah, you can't live without those pills. But I'm not bipolar, but I know people who are, and they take pills, and without them, they go crazy.
Exactly. So my question then would have been, okay, you're bipolar. Good of you to admit that. But here's the thing. We are now going to put you on a lie detector test and actually find out exactly what you do know, because you haven't been on your meds for X amount of days or weeks or whatever. We're going to put you on a lie detector test. Then when you're back on your meds, we're going to give you another lie detector test. And then we're going to cross-reference them and figure out where it doesn't add up.
Yeah.
Because for her to cry and then be all like, "I'll be okay, I'm just really tired." You've been interviewed for half an hour, love. How could you possibly be tired? You're tired
And
of the
some of
lies.
the questions, the dumb questions they were asking her were almost leading instead of asking her something that would make her feel uncomfortable, because she knows some of the cops. I believe she knows some of the police.
Exactly. And I think that's why she wasn't interviewed by Tammie Lee, and she wasn't interviewed by that other guy that was interviewing Chris at one stage. I do believe Tammie should have interviewed her, the power of the name Tammie. She should have been interviewed or interrogated by Tammie Lee. And the fact that she wasn't, I think that's like, because she could float her way through any situation by the looks of things. Like when that woman walked in and goes, "Oh, we're going to help you, we're going to help you." NK didn't seem to give a shit what she was saying. But then when the males walked back in, she perked right back up again. Time to start flirting again.
Yeah, and she was making Chris Watts drinks on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't know what she put in there. He thought Thrive. And he was getting awful skinny. I mean, that's too skinny.
Exactly.
He's almost
and the fact
pony.
that bag of clothes, sorry, that bag of clothes that was left at the bottom of the stairs, like Chris was apparently, so I think it was Troy the toy who said that he was, he had lost a lot of weight in the last 6 months to a year. Now, for me, if I'm losing weight, I'm not going to keep my old clothes lying around for over a year just in case. You know what I mean? I'm going to be getting rid of those horrible baggy clothes and all that sort of stuff. And Troy really paid close attention to what Chris was wearing that day. Like, why would you? Like, why would you be paying attention to what he's wearing?
Unless you wanted to replicate it, duplicate it. You know what I mean? Maybe he wanted to. Yeah. Yeah, there's so much to this case that is crazy, and I just don't believe that Chris Watts is the only one. I believe maybe he could have been blackmailed. He could have been blackmailed. Maybe Camel Tip thought, okay, I'm going to give you a chance. Is it me or is it me or is it her? And he said her, and all of a sudden he took one child, and then all of a sudden he said, well, how about, gave him a day and said, okay, what about me or her? It's her. And he took another child. So then he went after the wife last. I don't know. But she's missing a lot of hair.
Yeah, you'd think that if you're going to be missing a big patch like that, you'd actually, I don't know, wear your head down and try and do like the comb over look. But no, she's just, I'm sorry, Muck Boys, I don't mean to pay out your sweetheart, but it's just so easy to do.
This is just crazy.
Is Muck Boy still there?
I don't
think Muck
know.
Boys is there anymore.
Oh, well, I was going to come in with Tammie, my real name, and it didn't want it. So I said, oh, it said Nick. She said nickname a minute ago, so I'll just use my nickname. because I didn't think it was Warden my real name. I've never
there's
done
only,
this before. I've never
oh,
done
well,
this before.
well, you're doing amazingly well. I'm very proud of you.
Oh,
And thank
thank you,
you.
thank you. And you're
You're
awesome.
welcome. Oh, thank you.
I love
But
your
no,
accent.
I love yours, and it's just like I'm trying to remember, like, listen and make sure I don't miss anything. It's like, it's really cool. But no, I love it. It's great. But no, I just find a lot of this is like, and the fact that thing they call the Bat Cave, the shed that was there that they went past or whatever, the fact that that was never, ever even looked at as a potential crime scene or potential of anything being kept there. Because at the end of the day, I don't know how big that shed, or sorry, that Bat Cave, I don't know how big that was.
I
So I'm
know it's
thinking,
pretty big.
is it? Oh,
It's.
okay. Well, there you go. Anything could be kept there. I thought,
I saw a picture of it. It's pretty big.
oh, well, there you go.
I did. I
And
saw some footage somewhere. It is a big one.
we're talking about the shed here, guys. We're
The
not talking
shed.
about anything else
Yes,
being
the
a big
shed.
one.
Yes.
So if you've got
Yes, the
my
shed.
mind space, don't.
Oh no, Moji's coming.
I, I think that when it comes down to it, like I said, and I've said pretty much also, is that NK, Jim, Troy, uh, Kim, uh, what's the face?
Danielle?
Cameron Pierce's dad, and all of them should, and yet Danielle, take a pick of what day it is. They should have all been put on lie detector tests that were linked up with a zap machine that you do when you get a nerve test. And every time they lied, they would flinch. And I'll volunteer to ask the questions. That's fine. I will be glad
Right?
to ask them. I'll just make sure that it permanently is held down on NK's buzzer. So every time she lies, I'm like, she's getting zapped. And that way you can explain the bald spot. Her hair got fried
Yeah.
off.
And why was the truck sold? You know, the truck was sold. How did they never even
Exactly.
checked it to see if there was bodies in there?
Exactly.
Maybe
Because,
you know,
sorry, go on.
crazy. I mean, no,
Yeah.
I was just.
Oh,
It just, you know, you can't. That was involved in a crime, possibly, and until you check it out, you don't know that it wasn't in the crime. You know, I didn't lose you, did I? Where'd you go? Where'd you go?
back of the Watts home. It's got car
Oh,
parks either side of the back of the Watts home, and then a long drive. So you could easily go there, then reverse into, like, park into one of the things, then parking spots, and then reverse back and park right back up to the fence line. Now there were fresh tire impressions found on the outside of the fence of the Watts home. How come none of them were actually checked for tire impression analysis?
yeah, because that would have led you right to the person who owned the car.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, it just, so many things about this case. Like, I would love to speak to Chris just one on one and just say, right, I've got my own YouTube channel. I don't think very highly of you at all, but I want to know questions that, and then what I'll do is, if I get approved for that, I'll actually do a live and say, all right, whoever's in here, chat now. If you have a Christian, if you have a question for Chris, throw it at me, and when I speak to him, I'll ask him.
Yeah, right.
Because people are saying, like, oh, the Ruseks, like, I've got nothing against either family, but when the Ruseks go, we want this case to be left alone, we want it dropped, we know what's happened, but they were never properly, the family, as in Shanann, Bella and Cece, were never properly identified. No one went in there and pulled the sheet back and go, is this your daughter or is this your granddaughter? Nothing like that was done. They were identified over the phone.
That doesn't make.
You're
That's
right.
awful. I don't know how a parent could do that.
Like, I would be,
I would,
I'd be there. I'd be like, let me identify the body. But
yeah,
instead, she
it's
just
my
goes,
child. Yeah.
yeah, instead she just goes, has she got black hair? Yeah. Is she beautiful? Yeah. Oh, well, then you have my daughter. Really? There are
But it
so
could have
many
been
people out
somebody
there.
else. What if it was somebody else, you know?
Exactly. What happens if that girl that went around saying that Shanann, Bella, Cece, and now Nico are all in witness protection? What happens if that is the case and Chris actually isn't in jail and he's in witness protection with them as well? We don't, like, why are you so adamant to close this case and not want people to investigate it when there's potentially, say, 6 to 10 other people involved?
Or maybe that's what. Maybe that's why they are. If that is, maybe they are for their protection until they can get these people put in jail. Maybe.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right, because Mark
that
Boys, are
makes
you still there?
sense. I don't
I don't
think
think Mark
I
Boys
see
is
his.
there. I see him there too, but I don't think he's on there anymore. So what I'm going to do, I don't know what to do
You
with
want me
this.
to leave?
No, stay as much as you like. It's all good. I'm enjoying the company. It's good.
Okay.
Mark Boys is in the midst of crying, everybody, because I've called camel tits more than once in this live, and I think I might have upset him. So if you're still listening, Mark Boys, I do apologise. Not. I'll never stop calling you that. Sorry. But no, I just think like it makes absolutely no sense that the fact that like I said before, when my live was screwing up earlier, the fact that there were fingerprints found on that black garbage bag. The bags matched the bags that were in the back of Chris's truck, but the fingerprints didn't match Chris's and they didn't match Shanann's, but yet they didn't fingerprint anybody else. So basically, it's like, oh, we found fingerprints, but hey. We've interviewed about half a dozen people, but we're not going to fingerprint them because, we've got our target.
That's bizarre.
I would want those fingerprints checked. And what I would do as well, hang on, Tam has no idea. Hang on, sorry, I've got to read a bit of chat for a second. Sorry, Karen's saying things. Hang on. Okay, she said something about her meds. Yep.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great. We're back on here.
And we're back. But no, I just find it very, very bizarre that, the fact that the blankets and the sheets and everything were off the bed. But yet, if Shanann was still in the bed when you left for work, why weren't they just found in Desiree on the bed?
Yeah.
No sense.
And then one fitted sheet was at the Andarko site, but that was on the bed before the first time the cops came. So somebody had to have taken the sheet. And all those pipes in the back of Chris's truck, he stopped 4 minutes at that garbage can before his house, and he put those pipes in the back of his truck. Now, why would you have those pipes?
Exactly. It makes, and the fact that and also, why did it take an hour and a half to unlock a locked door? When I heard that it took them an hour and a half to do that, I'm like, Jesus Christ, they learned nothing from the John Bonet case at all of what's behind a locked door.
That was a distraction, a decoy, so that the girl in the closet could get out of the house.
Exactly, because when they all went next door to check out Nate's amateur hour, no one was next door. Everybody was at Nate's house. So she had ample opportunity to leave the house, whether it was through the front door or the back door that day when they were at Nate's house. She could have left either way. And that white car that is directly opposite the Watts home disappeared. And that was there the whole time the police were there, and the whole time they were waiting for Chris to come home, that white car was there. Then when suddenly they all go next door to Nate's and then they're outside again, that white car goes.
That's how she got out. Then that's how she got out. Exactly. There's my answers. I was wondering about that because I'm getting tongue tied here. You've got to see that video played back on slow. That footage, the very first one, and you'll be amazed. You can see her.
Well, I always thought that NK was behind the curtain. Because the reason I say that is because with the fan on, the curtains are not blowing towards the window; they're blowing outwards, and the window wasn't open. So I'm thinking if the fan's going, wouldn't the fan push the curtains to, like, say, press up
Yeah,
against the
to the
window?
wall. Yeah, yeah, you would think it would push them
So,
to the wall, sure.
so that's why I think that she was behind the curtain at one stage. And then and the fact they didn't turn on, as Dave has mentioned, they didn't turn on any lights. Like, what do you hope? Are these like gremlins in this house? Are these gremlin policemen that can't be shown any natural or normal house lights because they'll melt? Are you all right, Mark?
Yes, I am.
You
There he
disappeared.
is.
You disappeared.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think I dozed. I think I dozed off for a second.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I thought you were crying because I
yeah.
upset you about NK.
You
Well,
went
that
nice.
yeah, I had to. I was so upset, I had to take a break.
Camel tip. Camel tip.
Yeah, well, she is. Look at her. Oh, okay, I'll respect the fact that you think she's hot.
No, you
Um,
do not have to. Like I said, I mean, she has a nice top on her, and I like those pictures of her in that Chris when they're in the bathroom or whatever. But that's it.
Yeah, yeah,
I
in the
have
brown bathing suit.
yeah. There's nothing else about her I like. So say what you want. I
oh,
do think I do think it's funny like that one time. I mean, I know now like when I said you came up Dave's and I said, "Oh wow, I thought that was NK talking." And your response was just so funny to me. It
I can't
was,
even
oh
remember
my
what it
lord, it
was.
was so funny. I was like, "Oh wow, you sound like NK or something like that." And you
Yeah, I
were
wanted to get
just
you.
it
I was
was
going to
oh
get
man, I loved it. So but yeah, no, you can say
you.
exactly whatever you want about her.
Oh, good,
I
because I'm not holding back. I was going to say, please don't make me hold back on my own channel.
Um
I do have some
I
valuable, maybe
I,
valuable information for
I
you.
did, Karen.
Oh, yes, go for it, Tab.
Okay. I know for a fact. Well, I don't. I can't say that. I can't say that. Okay. I'm, I'm. I think. I think that little camel tip was pregnant. She was pregnant. She got pregnant with
Yeah.
Chris's baby, and she was 14 months pregnant when he went to trial. When he went to prison, she had a baby girl, and
Oh.
her cousin is is speaking this information. She went to the baby girl was born, and she went to her aunt. Her aunt is raising it because and they're in hiding because the press and everybody are bombarding her. Well,
Didn't
she went to rehab because she drugs. She tried to break in the aunt's house and steal money for drugs. So she went to rehab instead of jail, and she's been in rehab for a while.
Yeah.
That's
I'm not
what
trying
I
to tell you
know.
what to say or do on my own channel, but when you say things like that, can you just add at the end of it, in my opinion? Because then that way I
Yeah,
don't
in
get
my
started.
opinion, yeah. Yeah,
Sorry, I don't
in
mean to
my
tell you what to
opinion.
do, Dale. Sorry, but yeah, it's just that way people, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I started
Oh,
off with I think. I think it's my opinion. Yeah.
okay, on a different topic for one mere moment. Muck boys.
yes.
Okay, would you please be able to refresh my memory on what I said to you when you said I sounded like NK? I can't remember what
Uh
I did.
uh
I don't remember.
you I think you were just kind of like, oh my god. And then I know you wanted you wanted to tell Dave something, but I don't remember. Sugar Beach says she remembers or but
Oh, Sugar Beet,
it
please feel
was
free to refresh our memory.
it was just funny your reaction because it was so just
Oh,
I think you were just like so shocked that someone said you sounded like her, like you just couldn't believe it. It was funny.
I was mortified. I was like, no, 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 no. I don't want to sound like that camel thing. But no, in here, like, I don't want to sound like her. Oh, yuck. I know that I wanted Dave to let me block you, but and time you out for it. I remember that. And he goes, oh, no, I can't do that. Muck Boys has been a member of my page or a subscriber, #1. I'm like, I don't care. He's insulted me. He said I sound like NK. I'm going to stop.
Well, about the drug thing, I always thought that the reason she was dressed like that was because she was going through withdrawals in the interview room, and like maybe she was worried that she was going to be drug tested as part of the case, and so she had to stop. And I always thought maybe that was why she was dressed in the sweatshirt and stuff in the interview room.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I don't
it
know.
was too hot to be dressed like that.
Yeah,
Or maybe
because
she had thought, or maybe she was shooting. Maybe she was shooting drugs in her.
Yeah,
We don't know.
The other thing people were saying is because she might have had some wounds from like Shanann fighting back.
yeah, but
Oh yeah, because she's missing some hair on the left side.
yes, well, the thing is as well though, apart from the pictures that you see where she's kissing Chris on the mouth and I think it's kissing Chris on the cheek, there's no actual footage of Chris at the sand dunes. So
yeah, there now, unless I'm wrong, but isn't there the one where he's videotaping her?
but can we be sure
down?
that Chris? Yeah, but can we be 100% sure that is Chris videotaping that?
Well, he's talking, but I guess it could be dubbed over, but he's talking like I thought. Believe me, I could be wrong, but in my mind, I'm picturing her going down and him saying like, "Oh, look at her," or something, but like she's so hot or something like that. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, he
I was
said
going to actually say a comment. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, he said that he had made. Chris had made a statement that he was sleeping and he woke up and she was gone, and he fell back asleep and he woke up and she was back and she had been gone a couple of hours.
Yeah, the question
somewhere.
is, where did she go?
Was this at the sand dune?
Yes, in the tent when they went camping.
Huh.
Well, that was
Yep,
the sand
and
dunes,
there
so
was
she probably thought it was Egypt, so she wanted to go find her relatives, her Camel Senior and Camel, all those other people. Sorry.
Jim was there with a backpack. And so was what somebody else was there. Oh, I know what I was thinking. They were both taking. Somebody took a picture of both of them with their little scarves on their face, little handkerchiefs on their face.
Mm-hmm.
I believe she had a green one and he had a red one.
Yep, I remember that picture.
I know what you're talking about.
So somebody had to take that picture, so it had to be somebody, because I don't think it was a selfie.
No, I think it was a bit too in frame to be a selfie.
Yeah.
It wasn't selfie. I meant selfie. But yeah, it's just IMO is my new middle name. Okay, Sugar Pete. It sucks though, because at the end of the day, like, YouTube is full of people doing videos, whether it's on this case, whether it's on another case. And like, I've never, ever used, in my opinion, as often as I have when it comes to this case. Because obviously there's going to be people out there who are going to strike it. There are people out there who are going to say, it's harassment. It's like, well, no, it's not.
Right.
And that's why I always make sure that, if Muck Boys is in chat, I always try and refrain from saying camel toes or camel tits, because I don't want him to strike my channel.
Yeah.
So I say, I apologize.
That's the first thing I think of when you say something about her.
Oh, jeez.
I just love the fact that when people say it, like I don't know where I was on this other channel ages and ages ago when I first started coming out with all the nicknames for people, and someone goes, oh, when it comes to NK, and I'm like, ooh, this is awesome. The names are traveling far and wide. I'm sorry, I love it.
Karen, Karen says, "Isn't there photos of the two of them at the sand dunes?" Karen, like I said, I thought for sure, like you could tell he was talking, and it was him videoing her going down. But I don't know if I don't know if there's cam pictures or not.
Yeah, I do. There are definitely photos of them out there, but like I keep saying it till I'm blue in the face, the power of Photoshop.
Oh,
So
very true. Very yes, yeah, it can be. Yes, agree.
Yeah, they went
I
up
got.
to. In my
Sorry, go on.
opinion, they went up to the store and got some ice, and they bought some things there so that they had an alibi, or maybe they needed it, but they did. I think they were really there.
I'm not
I don't
actually
have a
sure.
doubt they were.
So Karen's just asked, what are the snakes called? What are the snakes under the snake called in the desert?
I can't tell if this is going to be
Chris?
like if it's like true or she has like a little joke. If this is a joke, kind of reminds me. Sounds like a joke setup.
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
said, is it called Chris or is it called Jim? Is it called
Come on,
Troy?
Karen, let us hear it.
Yeah, desert snake. I don't know. Oh, but I realised now what was in Jim's bag was a supply of Vaseline for Chris. Just so we all know. Sorry, I can't help myself. I can get away with so much on my channel. It's great. Oh, thank you, Karen. Oh, it's just there's
Hey,
so many.
give us the answer, Karen. What are you doing?
Oh, she just said it's a great live, but
No,
no. What
no.
are the snakes that are under the sand called? I don't know. I'm really worried because I think it is a bit of a trick question.
Oh, like the movie Tremors, maybe? I don't know. I love that movie.
I
That
haven't
was like
forgotten it.
my youngest
that
son
was
loved those movies.
Yeah, those are tricky. My honey loves those kind too. If you're up at the sand dunes, and you're in that beautiful desert, and you're in a nudist area because that's where they were, in my opinion, I think they were there. You're supposed to be no clothes, but they had all these clothes on.
Oh,
I don't get it.
sidewinders. There you go. Matt Willis answered. Karen, they might be called sidewinders.
Sidewinder. Yeah.
Oh, this is good. No, I just think that when it comes to oh, hang on, Sharon, hello. Welcome to my chat, honey. Big hugs to you and your husband. But no, like I said, I just find so much about this case frustrating. Like it actually gives me a headache. But
yes.
especially when I talk about camel tits, I'm like, whew.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody.
Van, I'm not gonna read that comment. Everyone else can read it unless you want me to. But just put laughing faces. She goes, "I like being nude. It goes back to the womb days."
Yeah, some people like it.
Yeah, I don't
But if
mind
you're
it.
at a nudist camp, why wouldn't you get naked? I mean, what's the sense of going to a nudist camp if you're not going to get naked?
Well, we have a beach here in Adelaide. It's called Maslin's Beach, and people go there and they're in the nude.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they have nudist beaches outside of Miami. They're all over here and there. But if you want to get nude, it's optional. But why would you spend the money to go camping if you've never been camping before? I guess you just want to know what it was like in a nude camp.
That's probably why,
but not get nude.
She just really, really rubs me up the wrong way, that chick, that's for sure. Oh, okay. So, okay, if I could call NK any nickname instead of camel tits, guys, what would you want me to call it? That's for you guys on panel and in chat, because I'm used to calling her camel tits now, so, it's a bit hard to bounce into a new nickname. Because if there's anyone in chat who finds it offensive. Hey?
Hottie with a body?
How about vomit?
No, that was too much credit.
Insert bucket now. No.
Why not a troll?
I'm sorry.
Why not a troll? A troll.
That's a good name. Cool, yeah. I used to have troll dolls when I was, well, my sister did.
Oh yeah, I remember the troll with the hair.
Yes, you know, you put it
Yeah.
once you put up the end of your pencil, then you just like rub the pencil, the hair would go crazy.
No, right. I guess the friction,
Yes.
Wait a minute. Why not
like the
Gremlin?
static friction.
Gremlin.
Yes,
Huh.
because you never
How
really
about
went out much
Gremlin?
during the day. Gremlin, I like it. I'll see if next time I
Gremlin.
do a live, I'll see if I can get a bunch of pictures and go, should we call her a gremlin? Because you don't feed her
Yeah,
after midnight,
Gremlin.
you know?
Yeah, because
This
they
is
turn out mean. Yeah, they get
this
mean.
is so funny. Like my youngest son, man. Like I'm not kidding you. To this day, he buys trimmers, and then he loved the Gremlins was the ones with the microwave and stuff, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Well, they were
And
the
the
little
pop, yeah,
creatures. Yep.
yeah, man. Those are two like that's so funny. That's two of their favorite movies. That's so funny.
Gizmo was the main
Oh,
one, I think. Gizmo.
Gizmo, 100%.
Gizmo.
Yes, you're so right. Yep, yep. That's awesome.
And I have a dog that looks like a gremlin. That's what I thought of it when I turned to look at her. She looks like a gremlin, so I said gremlin.
Sugar Beat's talking about
look
when Dave used to make the cow noises for NK. Man, that would crack me up too.
Oh yeah.
He loved to do the moves, man.
yes. I
He did
remember
that
when
yesterday. Mhm.
ages and ages ago when Dave was saying on one of his lives that he absolutely loves NK. And if anyone can get in touch with Dave, please let him know that I'm talking about him in here so he doesn't get upset and hear about it later. Um, he said that he loves NK, and then he got me up on his panel, so I changed my name to Dave Loves NK.
That's cool. Oh,
And it was like, and that
I
was the
love
longest
you
I stayed up
too.
with his life.
I love you too when you get together when you take over for him on his smoke breaks and stuff. And you're funny.
Oh,
He says,
thank you.
and you had a good story, a good chat yesterday, and he missed it because he was eating. And you two are good together, and it's great. And he's an awesome guy. And you
Oh,
guys
he is.
with your accents are beautiful, beautiful people.
Oh, thank you.
You're
I've
so
always said
gifted.
this.
You're so lucky. You
I'll
really
say
are.
this, and I continue saying this. Dave is definitely my hero in the true crime community. As far as males go, females, well, I'm my own hero. But if I had to choose one, it would definitely be Dave.
Yeah, he's my favorite. He's my all-time favorite. All time. I mean,
Oh,
he's the only one
Jason
I ever.
Bourne. Mhm.
I paid for a prescription for last month, and I've never done that before because I don't have a job. I'm a living caregiver, so money's hard. But I bought a subscription last month, and I'll probably buy one next month. But he's my favorite, and I don't give anybody my money except Dave. You know.
Yeah, Dave is the kind of person, like I said before, is that you can investigate this case on your own and then you can listen to an interview. But then when you watch it with Dave, because he is so in
Oh,
tune with what he's watching and so focused, it's I had a cat called Gizmo. My brother had a dog called Gizmo and it passed away,
I did
unfortunately. But yeah.
too. A white Pekingese. I did too. Gizmo. Yep. In fact, I
Oh, I'm
still have
so embarrassed
pictures.
to say Gizmo. It's so cute. Sorry. Oh, far out. No, I just think that okay, we're going to change the subject off Chris Watts, if that's okay. We'll try to
Mhm.
anyway. We're
That's
going
fine.
to
Okay.
talk about I don't know. We could talk about other things, so then people don't think that that's all I'm
Okay.
obsessed with. Because what would you guys like to talk about in chat and on panel? What would you like to talk about?
If you want to keep it like crime, would you like to talk about that Summer Wells case?
I have
I
not
don't.
actually investigated that much.
Me
I
either.
haven't either. The only thing I did was I watched that guy, the ex-cop that interviewed her.
Oh yes.
They have their own channel. I think his name's Mike. He interviewed her at the swimming hole. The next day, he went to her house. I watched all those. Oh, and he interviewed the kid that went with her nephew or whatever.
Yep.
He had 3 separate interviews that I watched, and I really liked them. But anyway, if you ever say, well, that's cool, we can get off that one. What about I believe you're into this one. What about the JonBenet Ramsey?
Yes, I'm going to
Oh, that's
reinvestigate that.
sad.
That is a
That
sad, sad case.
she was such a beautiful little girl. Oh my
Oh, she
God.
was. And remember when what was it? They did that because it showed over here CBS special. I don't think we have CBS here in Australia, but it was a CBS special when they say, "Oh, this is what we hear on the recording," and they hear someone saying, "What did you find?" And when it comes to the "What did you find?" I hear, "She was hit from behind,"
Or what did
and
you do?
instead of saying, "What did you do?" I hear, "What are we going to do?" And like I even said on the John Bonet one that I did a fair while ago now, it's amazing how if you hear something enough times, it's drummed into your head that that's what you hear. But if you take yourself out of that equation and just say, listen to something, and so as though you've never heard it before, you actually hear something different. So I hear definitely something different on that phone call.
Wow. Yeah. Well, Santa. See, the thing that was going on for the little girl, little John Bonet, was Santa Claus was supposed to come. A special Santa was coming to give her a special gift.
Which was like the
Something
neighbor
like
that
that, I
like
believe.
kept like and the neighbor like kept stuff from her to be buried with and stuff.
That's awful.
Right? Am I right?
Sorry?
Something I don't know. I'm not
Yeah.
sure about that.
The guy that was the Santa Claus was like
Yep.
had like a special love for her, and she had given him
Oh
some type of
yeah.
some type of glitter, and he wanted his wife to bury him with it. Right?
Yeah.
Yes. He
It
was
was
a
really
real
odd.
good.
I know it was weird as heck. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That case is
Um,
sad, and that mother died. Patsy.
Yeah.
She's gone, and she doesn't know who she died, not knowing or what happened to her daughter. If she didn't do it or have it done, we don't know what happened. I don't know if the little girl was sold to someone and he hurt her.
yeah.
I don't know.
In regards to the Summer Wells case, Bartwan is touching on it. So if anyone has Bartwan's link, please post it. And so is Aussie True Crime. She's discovered going over the Summer Wells case, and it's a case that I see it as there are a lot of other people that I hold dear to my heart that are covering it. So I see it as that I'll let them cover it, so to speak.
Okay.
And I'll just investigate old cases. So I'm not trying to pass the buck by all means. I'm just letting people know that Aussie True Crime and Bartwan are touching on the Summer Wells
No,
case. So if you haven't liked or subscribed to their pages, please do so.
no, it's awesome that you're actually like saying, "Hey, I don't know much about it, but here's someone that does," instead of just saying, talking about something you don't know about. I'd rather
Yeah,
you
well,
do that than you
crack it up,
lie.
mate. Yeah, it was just all I know about Summer Wells is that she shares my surname, no relation, and the fact that her name was Summer and she's been missing for close to 50 days. That's all I know. And like I said, there's people that are covering it here in Australia, which is, like I said, Aussie True Crime. Van, if you're still in here, sweetheart, can you post Leah's channel as well as Bartwan's, please, or any other mod who has that information, please post the links in here. So then, like I said, if you want to know about the Summer Wells case, they're the two that I know of that are actually brushing on it in more detail. So
I've never.
yes, there you go. Karen just wrote in regards to I'm pretty sure this means in the John Bonet one. She goes, Tammie, the stepbrother needs to be investigated. Agreed.
Yes.
She
Well,
definitely.
I'm going to let
He
you two
definitely.
go. I'm going to let you go.
Okay.
I'm going to go. But thank you. It was so nice meeting you guys.
Yeah, same to you. You're welcome on my panel anytime you want to pop up here, darling.
Oh, you're awesome. You're awesome. And dude, you have a beautiful voice. We'll talk again. Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Take care, Tammie.
Bye-bye, honey.
Bye.
You too.
Bye, darling.
God bless you.
Bye. Bye. That was cool. I never spoke to her. I love speaking to people from other places in the world. It's great. Yeah.
So, okay, the John Bonet too. The other thing that I found so odd was like them asking for exactly his bonus, 118. That's so weird. And the fact that they found like the paper and how like a practice note was written on it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just so weird.
Yeah, and there was a special. I'm not because over here we have
I lost you. Did you
Oh, yeah,
mute
we have
yourself? Okay,
this
there you
thing
go.
that's called. No, I'm here. Hello. Oh, okay.
You went silent a
Okay.
second. Go ahead.
What
I
happened is,
got you.
yeah, I was going to say, when it comes down to it, like there was a special on it was an American interview, obviously, but then there was this part where Patsy said, "If I had anything to do with the death of my daughter, may God strike me down where I stand." Now, the thing I find very interesting about that, she died within a year of making that statement.
Really?
So, mm,
Really? Huh.
yep.
I didn't know
Like, I'm
that.
not a religious person by all means,
No.
but I
No.
find that weird. And then
Yeah.
when I'm sorry, I've got no respect for John Ramsey at all. So if you want me to have respect for him and you're here for me to show, oh, hello, Capri, to show any respect to him, I'm sorry to disappoint you. You're on the wrong channel. He said at one stage in the Dr. Phil interview after Burke was smiling like a Cheshire cat, he said, this is a case, hang on, this isn't a case about a child that's been murdered. This is a case about a family that's been victimized and ripped
Oh
through
my
the throat to
God.
shreds by the press. And I'm like, hang on a second, you, excuse my language, chat, you dumbass. This is not about how you and Patsy and Burke were put into the spotlight and accused of a murder of a child, okay? This was a case about a child that had been murdered in her home where she was meant to feel safe.
Mm.
Okay, so and the only night that I find bizarre is that the camcorder or the video camera or whatever, the batteries were flat that Christmas morning, yet it had been charged all the other times. He had set the alarm every other time that at the house, but that night before she was killed wasn't set. The fact that nobody raised an eyebrow when they would have got the letter. It said we're going to call between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. tomorrow. Now, by the murderers would have known, or the abductors, or what do you want to call them, they would have known that they would have got that letter on the 26th of December. So the fact that John was making arrangements before John Bonet's body, I think, was even found, he was making plans to leave the country. Now, when you read that, if I read a note that said it was dated, it was written yesterday, and they said they've got a call tomorrow, I would assume it means today, the 1st of August. But the fact that there was nothing written about, the 2nd, because by the time I would have woken up and seen the note, it would have already been the 1st. And the fact that John was able to put the 25th of December on John Bonet's grave, because that was her favourite day of the year. Oh, okay. So my favourite date of the year is the 5th of June, my birthday. I'll just say that's my favourite date. Does that mean if I die in December, I can put my favourite date on my gravestone? I don't think so. Are you there?
Yes, I am. I'm sorry. Yep.
Oh, sorry. No, that's okay. I was just talking. I'm like, I'm talking to myself again. Oh, my God.
No, I'm here.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know how John Ramsey had the audacity to be able
No,
to say, oh, well, that was her favourite time of the year. I don't care. Put the date she died.
I can't
But
believe
unless,
that he said poor his family, no, screw you, dude, poor your daughter.
exactly.
Huh.
And so, how did it go? And B, sorry, and B's just said that she had knee surgery. How did it go? Was it knee reconstruction or something else? Sorry. I love how Karen keeps writing in capitals. The stepbrother, in my opinion, was shifty and was there every Christmas. Well, there you go. And wasn't a blanket found with his
Now,
bodily
Karen,
fluid?
are you saying Ramsey, or I know they each have other children, or he has older
Patsy
kids?
didn't have any. She's talking about John's other kids because
We're talking
Patsy
about
had no.
Ramsey, the brother, or other kids? I don't know.
Neither do I. I think it was one of John's other kids because I don't think Patsy had any other children apart from John Bonet
Yeah,
and
because
Burke.
I guess Ramsey wouldn't be a stepbrother. That was her real brother.
Yeah, but they all
Oh.
considered. Mm.
No. Okay. So, Karen, you're saying that John, the dad, had other children from another wife, and
Yep.
that's who she thinks is
Yep.
suspicious. Okay.
Okay. Hang on. Let's quickly do something.
Oh, heck yeah. That'd be awesome to hear, Karen.
I just think that, yeah, there was a half brother that didn't get much notice. There you go. There you go, Karen. It's in the chat. The StreamYard link is in chat. So if there's anyone here who wants to pop up, the only rule I have is that you be respectful to both me and Muffy and whoever else is in chat. If you show any disrespect, I'll boot you. Simple. So
No.
Karen, I'm not saying you're going to, so don't worry. Oh, here we go. The one who is actually in love with your voice is popping up here. There you go, Karen.
Thank you. I love you too.
Oh, you know I love ya. Okay, I'm trying to. Okay, I'll let you
I,
explain what you mean. I'm just trying to find this thing to take down something else. What the hell do those do?
I love the case. I just happened to be watching it when I was really ill for a few months, and I was watching all these videos on YouTube, and this really big video came out on the stepbrother who is very shady on the father's side. Okay. So he had a daughter and a son to his first marriage,
Mm-hmm.
and the daughter died. And they said in that in their opinion, and my opinion, okay, that he had killed the sister so she wouldn't get, money from the father, because every Christmas they got the father's bonus and they'd share it. Okay.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that.
Yeah. And it talks about how she was run off the road in a car into a tree. And he was around at the time, but it's very involved. You have to actually watch it, but it makes a lot of sense. And he also was learning taekwondo or something like that with some police. And upstairs of this place, there was, what do you call it when children are abused? That type of stuff was going on. It was really sickening, but this guy is really dirty, I tell you. And after John Benet Ramsey got killed,
Hello, Heather.
the
Sorry.
police actually disowned him. They just pulled away from him. So I reckon that would be a case to look into.
Yeah, I'll definitely, because when I look at John Bonet cases, I always go type into YouTube and I go John Bonet, and then where you can search for current, when it was uploaded. So I always go, it's the same with the Chris Watts thing, and no shit, there's so many videos from Seeking the Truth with Dave. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But you go, say,
Yeah.
for the last month, and then you can see what people have uploaded in the last month or the last week or the last day or in the last year. And I actually do create a lot of playlists in regards to that. Van
Yeah.
can vouch for how many playlists I actually have on YouTube. But it comes down to wasn't there a blanket found in that said suitcase that was near the window that actually had seminal stains on it from one of her stepbrothers and one of John Bonet's favourite books?
I can't remember that part because I just took so much in that day.
Yeah.
But it proved they were saying how he was around. He even dressed up as Santa Claus. They brought out there was a secret Santa Claus that was going to visit her. John Bonet and they feel that he was the secret Santa Claus, in my opinion.
Yeah, they tried to blame that elderly man for being the murderer. It's like, no.
Yes.
And then what was that cop's name? Oh my God, he's passed away now, so I don't want to be any disrespect to him.
Yeah, his daughters are taking it on at the moment.
Yeah, but it just makes me angry though, because I think he was paid off to vouch for the Ramseys.
Oh, definitely. Actually, if everybody tries to look on YouTube and put in, John Bonet or anything to do with that or the stepson, they will eventually come across the one I'm talking about with the son and his involvement with the police and child trafficking and his own sister, fleshly sister. It was really scary. He's a scary guy. Actually, there's a lady on Facebook who's kind of putting it out there too about the stepson, and she's had a lot of things like happen to her, like different police coming up to her and whispering in her ear and scaring her, but she won't be scared off. I mean, I would be. You know, that's the things that have happened throughout that case has
Yeah,
been really, really
yeah,
sketchy.
and like Sharon Ashman just wrote, there were that many people going through that house, open house at Christmas. Exactly. Like, and the fact that there were people in the kitchen cleaning up. Now, if I was the cop, I would have gone, "What the are you doing?"
Yeah.
You know, like, don't, no, don't, no, don't. What are you doing? Don't clean up anything. This is a potential crime scene, you idiots.
But
You
you
know,
look at
like,
all those
and they were
cases in
so fast to get Burke out of the house that day as well. Like, they weren't sure
yeah.
who killed their daughter, but they're sending their son to a friend's house. What happens if they were the ones that killed John Bonet? You
Well,
just sent your son into the slaughterhouse head first.
yeah. I just think about Burke now. If it is the stepbrother, he wants to be very careful because when Dad goes, you know, where does all the money go? See, because apparently
Burke.
this greedy, but that's in my opinion. So
No,
yeah.
that's the thing with my channel, Karen, is that anyone that wants to have an opinion, can we stop talking about the brown frickin' bikini? You got to make
No,
Keith cry. You know?
no, she called Matt and I are going to call a rattlesnake.
Yes. Devil's Spawn is what Sharon came up with.
Casey said, yeah.
I love them. Well, like I said, just remember, whatever you call NK in here, do not call them on Dave's channel.
Yes.
Because Dave might get upset. So we don't want that.
That's a rattlesnake. That's all right.
Yeah, rattlesnake will be fine. He'll be just like, what are you talking about? Never you mind. See, when I'm in Dave's chat and I want to call her camel tits, basically I'd put a picture of a camel, a crossbow, and a bikini. And that's my way of basically saying camel.
Oh, sorry, boys. I didn't even say hello. Hello. He's gone again.
I think he's fallen asleep again.
He has. Poor little boy.
I want him to rest. If he can hear me, hop off panel, dude. Go to sleep.
He has.
Should I start talking like NK and then he might wake up and then I can tell him to go to sleep?
Yes.
No, it's NK.
That's so Australian, Tammie.
I didn't want to sound Australian. I want to sound like NK. Oh, no, I want Matt to rest up as much as he can, and I do appreciate him being up here with me. So I don't want to end the live until he's back up here, but I won't be ending the live for a little while yet. So, do you guys watch the behaviour panel? They do a very good breakdown of Bert Ramsey. Do you mean Burke, Sugar Beet?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, because I was going to say, who the frick is Bert?
Yeah, yeah. But,
I love how people love the name. I'm glad that it's just great. I've got to highlight that, Heather.
A camel, a foot, camel.
Camel toe, and I'm guessing cow shit. Oh, it's all good, Sharon. Sugar Beet, sorry. So I'm actually having a very good time doing this live today. It's been good. It's helping me a bit, so it's excellent. But no,
what?
Yeah, it's actually been quite consistent. I'm actually really enjoying it. So sorry, can you just take over from Paddle for a sec? I've got to do.
Me? What do I know what to do on a panel? Where are you going? Oh, okay. Yeah. How How is everyone?
Is he
Nobody's
still
right.
asleep?
Oh, thank goodness for that. She's back. Oh,
Yes, I'm
don't
back.
do me. Holy moly, I nearly had a heart attack. Oh, I asked them if they're okay. They haven't even written anything. I think everyone's gone to sleep.
For my own channel.
Oh, chilling with Van. She's laughing. Oh, good one. Thanks, Van. Yep. Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're doing well, sweetheart. Oh, my God.
I'm going.
No, but you're going to what?
I said, I'm going. Come back. Yeah, doing well. Thanks.
Oh, you are.
Yep.
She didn't even wait for an answer. Hang on. Oh, hang on. No, it's saying I've got two people backstage, but the two people. Hang on. I'm going to do something that's going to probably upset Matt. Not Matt.
No, listen.
Mike Boyd. I'm removing him.
Okay.
Pardon?
I said, I'll go. You let the others up.
Oh, that's if they want to come up here. It's all good.
Didn't you say you've got two out the back?
No, it was you and Muck Boys. But just so everybody knows, I didn't remove Muck Boys from the stream to be disrespectful. It's the fact that I want him to rest.
Yeah.
So if he comes back up, then he comes back up. But if he doesn't, and he's still listening, please, Keith, rest up and please get one well soon. I'm begging you, sweetie. Pauline, they use condoms because Chris took them to her place, remember? Okay, we're not actually talking about Chris at the moment, but okay. Oh, that was in regards to, I think Pauline is a little bit behind chat. So, Pauline, can you hear what I'm saying right now? Fast forward right to the end of where the red thing is because I've stopped talking about Chris for a bit. She didn't even wait for an answer. No, I didn't. I'm sorry. But I had to message Van something on Messenger.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Know when you're going to do that again, please? Like,
Oh, I will.
and it's like, what do I say?
I didn't even.
I'm not usually lost for words, but what do I say?
I'm so
I'll
sorry.
even oh no, you've lost one. Oh no.
What do you mean I lost one?
Well, Matt's gone. He's gone to the shops, so that he says. So yeah.
Oh, Pauline, we're talking about John Bonet and just other random shit now.
Yeah. Like
Matt Willis has gone to the shops to buy more stuff so he can make another fried rice.
Yeah,
So,
that's him and his fried rice. Yeah.
oh, I'd love to. He still hasn't sent me the recipe. So if you're listening, Matt, hurry up. I start my diet when I get my menu thingy.
We're talking amongst ourselves. Oh, you mean in chat? Yes. Yeah. I'm trying to. Van just said, "Oh, my throat's going croaky again."
All right. Did you want to rest it for a while, doll?
Yeah, because when it does that, not good.
I'd rather you rest it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, doll. Well, hopefully you can stay in chat.
Yes, I
And
will.
thank you. Thank you so much for popping up here, sweetheart. Much appreciate it.
Oh no, anytime. But she's good. Okay. Okay. Alan.
All right, take care of yourself, doll. Love you lots.
Bye. Love you too. Bye.
Bye, darling. All right, it's just me again, guys. Aren't you lucky? Heather Snyder. I am all seafood diet. Would anyone else like to pop up here with me? Anyone at all? It does not matter as long as you, now that it's only me on panel, all I ask is that you be respectful of me and to the people that are in chat. So if there's anyone that wants to pop up here, please feel free to let me know and I shall post the StreamYard link again. It's all good. Today's live has actually gone quite well. I'm actually quite impressed with it. Van, did you get my message on Messenger, darling? You're not crazy, but I suppose to be my circle of friends, you've got to be some kind of crazy. That's all good. Hey Ginger, how you doing? But like I said, the time here is 1:44 p.m. on Sunday the first. Let me just double check. Sunday the 1st of August. It's 1:45 p.m. Yes, Karen and Van and all my regulars on my panel are always great, and I appreciate everyone that does participate in. I do appreciate it. So thank you. I love food. Feed the soul. Yes, agreed. One sec. I just, yeah, is anyone that does want to pop up here? Anyone at all? Anyone at all? Anyone at all? Anyone at all? La la la. Whose voice? Oh, mine. Thank you, Heather. I appreciate that. Thank you. Uh, but no, I just thought that if there's anyone that does want to come up here, send me a note, like say me, as in you put me. So, for example, if Van wanted to come up here, she'd go me. Not that she does, but I just, yeah. Hang on. Yeah, well, that's very, very true. Uh, uh, oh, thank you, Ginger Treasure. That's very sweet. Thank you. I'm just going by my phone, Karen, but you could have. Look. Okay. Yeah, anybody and anybody is always welcome on my panel. But like I said, if you're up here and you're being disrespectful to me or chat, I reserve the right to remove you. That's the only catch I have when you're on my StreamYard. So hopefully, if anyone does come up here, decides to, I should say, it's okay. I am missing everything in chat, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, now, just so I have a fair idea of what's going on here. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to freak you out, Karen. I'm sorry, I thought I was still on there. I was talking away as I was doing what I was doing. And obviously, when you go into a different thingy, it doesn't work. And I found that out now. I would never do that again. I'm sorry, Karen. But is there anyone that does want to pop up here? Or does anybody have a question for me? Anyone, anything can ask it. Well, obviously within reason. You can ask me anything you want to know, and I'll be more than happy to answer it. Blah blah. Colorado police. If anyone's here, please make your. Oh, okay. If I could go on holiday anywhere, where would you go and why? I reckon I'm not diving into the Summer Wells case like at all. And B, so I don't have an opinion. Sorry, but I don't. Like I said, if I could, okay, chilling with Van. Yes, if you could go on a holiday, where would you go and why? Okay, I'd go to Sydney to meet Karen, and I would go to Queensland to meet Dave and a lot of other people along the way. That's right, and B. I'm not okay. Even though that Summer Wells case is very, 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 very recent, I have not investigated it as much as I have, say, with the Chris Watts case. So, and Karen in Queensland. Sorry. Yeah. So, long story short, that I would, yeah, that's where I'd go. But as far as your question, Ambi, I'm not brushing on the Summer Wells case, but Aussie True Crime is and Bartwan is. So they're the channels to tune into if you want to tune into them. Would I buy Shenan's home? No. Because it doesn't matter how many times I see that house, I always, whether the murders happen there or not, I always get a bad vibe. I don't think she called me. Hang on. I don't think so. I don't I don't actually know, Heather. I don't know what time she said that to. But that's a good hang on. Where's that question gone? Sorry, give me one sec, guys. If anybody knows the answer to Heather's question, please feel free to answer it because I don't actually know. I don't think she did. Yes, it's a very, very creepy house. But no, I wouldn't buy it. Because there is like it's weird. No, I wouldn't. You would. May I ask why? Of the house, in fact, the house is absolutely beautiful, but every time I look at it, I just get really, really, really bad negative feelings with it. I don't think that I would want to visit it because of the simple fact that I want to be able to visit. Give me one sec. I don't think that I haven't. I've only ever seen Melbourne here in Australia. So for me, it comes down to that I want to be able to visit my homeland, so to speak, before I go visiting anywhere and everywhere. Yeah, I want Muck Boys to get well. So I didn't remove him from panel because he wasn't talking. I didn't remove him because he was rude or anything like that. I removed him because I want him to rest. And I think he may have fallen back to sleep. So that is the only reason that the link's in chat, man. That's why I because I could hear him slightly snoring, and while he's resting, I would need. For me personally, I want him to rest and I want him to get well. But oh, that's a good. Yep, love the structure and the layout of the house. Yeah, it is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful house. But yeah, I just think that. Hang on. Nope. Okay, I think that the layout of the house, the structure of the house, and everything like that is absolutely beautiful. I do agree with that, Heather, completely. But I just get a really bad vibe with it. Not on your life, Colorado. Okay, I don't know why it won't work. Excuse me. Okay, give me a sec, guys. All right, I've PM'd it to you, Van. Try that. You're very welcome, Muck Boys. You're welcome up here anytime you want to be on here, Muck Boys, but just please, please, please rest. Okay, I did it. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it's not working. My phone's oh, I could go up in a bed in a minute, not into bed properly, but just so I could charge my phone at the same time. Oh, here we go. I have a guest.
Hello.
Hello, my darling.
That was scary. Hello. I forgot to turn the volume down. I'm echoing, aren't I?
Oh.
Hello, hello, hello. Sounds like there's
Are you
nothing
stuck
in my
down or where?
That's it. I need to buy a carpet or something. something, not a carpet, a rug or something. Maybe. I don't know. But
I
anyway.
don't know either. So you're enjoying the live so far, my dear?
Oh, it's fabulous now that I'm not blocked,
I'd
Oh,
love
heck
to know
no.
who did that. If I find out who that is, I've got some explaining to do, that's for sure.
Well, the weird part about that whole situation is you only know your password. So that's creepy, for one.
Mm-hmm.
And I get the hide thing because I can hide other mods.
Yeah.
You can block them and stuff. But to demod me is like super weird. Anyway.
I think if you hide someone that's a mod, like if a mod hides another mod, I don't know. That might be because of the fact that I don't know. I can't explain
Maybe
it.
we should test it and do it again and see why. I don't know. But it's just very strange. Today's been a very strange day. But it's been a great live.
Thank you. It's been one of my
Yeah.
favourite. My birthday still stands out. Is my favourite.
That went for like hours. I don't know how many hours that went for that one.
Well, I've been going for 2.5 hours nearly so far, so
Oh, is Karen's voice put you to sleep, Mark?
Yes, let's blame COVID. No, I want Muck Boys to rest up as much as he can, do what he needs to do to get better. So then when he is better, he can pop back up here and have another chit chat.
Oh,
Did you want to pop up here, Matt?
maybe.
I'm just going to do something. Hang on. I'm not going to tell you, hang on. I'm not going to do what I did to Karen. That was really bad.
Yeah, but I'm kind of used to it, Karen's not. I'm just used to leaving me on the panel. So it's all good.
I don't mean to. Because I thought that when I went into your speech bubble thing on Messenger that's on the side of my screen, I thought, oh, that's going to be okay. I'll just click on that. And then it just went quiet. And I'm like, Karen, talk, love. It's okay. And then I came back and realised that because I wasn't here, she couldn't. So it's all good.
Oh, it's too funny. I think Matt's busy.
Yeah, he's teaching shortly.
Aww.
Does anyone else want to come up here and talk to Van and I, or just me, or whatever?
I can't be on for too much longer.
I'm surprised Dave isn't in here.
Yeah, he's probably resting. He had a big one last night.
Oh, yes, he did.
Well, he didn't go on late until late. So, I mean,
No, well, the link's in chat if anyone can actually access it. Feel free to pop up here. No pressure. Oh, no pressure. You see, you don't have to do the name for NK because you've already done it a few times, so it's good.
Who, me?
Yeah, what I call NK. Ginger, you don't have to be nervous. Just treat it as though you're having like a normal conversation with someone, but there's a whole bunch of people in chat putting their input in.
And then just don't put the camera on so that you are not getting shown.
Exactly.
So,
there's no pressure from from me, there's not. But, yes.
Well, not for me. Like, what the heck?
Well, you wanted to hear Muck Boy's voice, so,
I did. I've never heard it. And you told me it was really sexy, so.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
Whoops.
Sorry about that.
Oh, it's bad.
Hang on. Pictures everyone necked. What? Yeah, come up, Ginger. It's like I had Tammie up here and she's never been up here before.
Yeah.
Muck Boys, I've only spoken to through Messenger and he came up here. Yeah. You don't need to be worried. If you are worried, and you can talk, put it this way, if you come up here, you can talk about absolutely anything, but I do reserve the right to mute you if you're talking about something that's just a bit too...
Or if you're constantly swearing, like F like that, that's not cool.
Yeah, that's only my territory. Only I can drop the F-bomb as much as that.
Yeah, well,
Okay, guys, if Ginger does come up here, please make her feel welcome and please make her feel safe.
Welcome. Come on, Ginger. I just feel like I'm going to break out singing.
Yeah, I get it that. I was like, what the?
You know,
I like how there's Karen going, go up, Ginger. And there's Anne B going, yes, Ginger, we won't bite. Anne B, did you want to come up here too?
very sexy. I'd be in love with our voice.
Yes. Well, for what it's worth, if Muck Boys is watching this, you see, I've got to be very careful because if Muck Boys hasn't got his headphones on and his wife happens to be walking past him when I'm saying, yes, but Muck Boys is very sexy in person too, I could get into trouble for that. So I'm not going to repeat that I said that. See, I've met a lot of good-looking guys on this. It's very nice. Like, there's Matt, there's Dave, there's a lot of people that are good-looking. But yes.
I'm too, and she's too scared. I was scared.
That's Anne B. That's too scared. Don't be scared. It's okay.
I was scared. Every time he used to just leave me on here, and I'm like, hello, hi, what are we doing?
We're talking about the birds and the bees because NK really never learnt that lesson in school. So.
I'm gonna go grocery shopping.
Hang on a sec. What do you mean? Drop the link for Daddy Dave. You have or you want me to? I don't know what you mean, Karen.
Drop the link for Daddy Dave. What link?
Hang on. Someone's backstage. Hang on.
Oh, Lord.
Ginger's here.
Oh, my God.
Yay! Please welcome to the panel for the first time.
You there?
Miss Ginger.
Be gentle. Be gentle with me. I'm a virgin.
Okay. There you go. Your cherry's popped down, love. And if you didn't feel anything, blame my genetics for why you didn't feel it.
That sounds like my first experience.
Hang on. Muck Boys just wrote something to me. Sorry, guys. Sorry, keep talking. But I'm just trying to find what Muck Boys just wrote. He said something about. No, he's saying thank you to Matt. You will never get in trouble, Tammie. Oh, thank you. If I call you a hottie, I'm pretty sure your wife will crack the shits after a while. Okay. Okay, hang on. Okay, I've dropped the link. There's the StreamYard link if Dave wants to pop up here. Gee. But I haven't seen him in chat, so I don't even know if he's here.
I don't know. Yeah, it's the same one that she sent me. So.
Yeah. So how's your day been today so far, Miss Ginger?
Oh, my God. Well, boring as fuck.
Yeah.
Because I live in the boonies.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I don't really live in the boonies, but, close enough to the boonies.
Oh, wow.
That lovely American accent.
Well, you can see a cornfield from my house. So, yeah, that's the boonies.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, that's
Did you say cornfields?
Yeah, I live in Iowa.
Oh, beautiful. So if you ever need corn for your salad or anything else,
I sneak down and steal it.
Yeah, exactly.
Mac Boys, I don't think you are a virgin. Okay.
Ooh, no.
No, sorry, Mark. Someone as good looking as you, when you became active in that area, I'm pretty sure you would have had them lining up.
Maybe for panel he was a virgin.
Oh,
maybe I got that wrong. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Oh my God. We should have put a disclaimer up.
Okay, a disclaimer. If you've never been on a panel before and you want your panel popped by Tammie, that sounds so wrong. But if you feel like, feel free to pop up here. I am more than happy I can have another 8 people up here. 9 people, 8 people. I can't even think off the top of my head. But I promise to be gentle.
Oh, it's getting worse. Oh my God. Oh wow. I was a late bloomer. I was scared of girls. Oh.
And B, did you want to pop up here so I can pop your cherry baby? Disclaimer.
Damn, Tammie. Tammie getting all dirty.
Oh, I can pop multiple cherries at once, but I've forgotten how. I was actually. Oh, that's so cute. McBoys was actually a late bloomer. He was scared of girls. Oh. Ben, I actually have to go put my phone on charge. Can you cover for me for a sec?
Oh, dear Lord. Okay.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. So, Ginger, what else is happening? Nothing's happening. We're bored.
You're
There's nothing
bored.
happening. Yeah, I know.
Oh my
I woke up
god.
and today was just a weird day, and it's gotten even weirder. So I don't know.
Have you guys looked into the Xavier Harrelson case?
No, not yet.
Oh, that's a doozy. That
Is
one,
it?
it's a doozy because there was a girl who was killed a couple of years ago. Molly Tibbetts, I think.
Yeah.
That one. Anyway, Molly Tibbetts was killed like in 2018. Out, I think she was a University of Iowa student. Anyway, so she was out jogging and disappeared. Now, but they were out looking for her. And anyway, they found her in a field like a month later. And they blamed it on a guy. He was going through court proceedings and everything. And then, come to find out, Xavier Harrelson ends up missing, right? He's an 11-year-old boy out of Montezuma, Iowa. And his mother didn't report him missing. Okay?
What?
His mother did not report him missing. Okay? It was the neighbor who reported the kid missing.
Why wouldn't a mother report their own child missing? That's so...
Because, as it turns out, her ex-boyfriend was at the house the night before, running a trafficking ring out of his house. And her current boyfriend also ran with that trafficking ring. The kid disappeared, and they didn't figure this out for a month. Now, they got the tip, I believe, May 26th, 28th. They got the tip that this was going on from two different sources that did not know each other.
Oh, wow.
And the police were looking into it. But anyway, so during that, the guy who was up on trial for murder he was getting ready to be sentenced because they already found him guilty. And he told them all along he didn't do it. He just dumped the body. But yeah. So right now, it's some type of ring out of, it's like, like central Iowa.
Yeah.
But then there could be connections with the Johnny Gosch case too.
Wow.
Which you guys probably don't know about anyway, but.
No, I've never heard of it.
Never heard. Okay, do you remember when they talked about milk cartons? When they started putting kids on milk cartons?
Yes. Oh, yes.
He was one of the first milk carton kids.
Yeah, gotcha.
He was a paper boy who was kidnapped.
Yep, gotcha. Now I remember.
Yeah, that was a whole bunch of wow. I was like, there's so much crazy stuff. And I go, and I live in the Midwest.
Wow.
I'm like, oh my God.
There's so many people each year go missing, and it's insane. Absolutely insane.
Oh, it's crazy. And I grew up in I hate to admit it, carbon dating myself, the 80s.
I was an 80s.
When all this shit was going on with kids disappearing and stuff.
I even there for a while went into like, aliens, are they getting abducted? Because I'm like, there's so many people, it's too many people. Like, it's so weird.
Well,
but then there's so many rings out there. It's just insane.
Well, and here's the thing. It's like, I don't know if this is the same thing, but I grew up in Kansas, which is like 300 miles. right next, or I grew up in a town about 30 miles from the Colorado border.
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking population 3,000 here, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we lived in these duplexes. And the kids, it was like front duplex, back duplex.
Yep.
And the kids in front and I were out playing. And the neighbor kids, our moms were at work.
Yeah.
This van pulls up, parks there, and we'd seen it a couple times before. And they start to get out of the van. We're like, that's creepy. And I told the two kids, my neighbors, I said, go lock the door. Because I was like 13. I was 13 and they were 11 and 7. They'll go in the house, lock the door, don't answer it, you know?
Yeah.
And call your mom.
Mm.
They go knocking on. The first thing that happens is this couple walks up to their door, starts knocking on the door. And they wouldn't answer it. They were on the phone with their mom. Their mom said, yeah, you're right. Don't answer it. So they couldn't get those boys to come out, and they're looking through their window at them. And I'm like, close your blinds, for God's sake. I mean, we're talking to each other through the wall. They're screaming. And I'm like, don't look out there. They're,
Yeah.
Anyway, so they come knocking on my door. They go around the back, and it's even creepier because they have to go around the back. And there's no road back there, just a field behind my yard. And I'm like, okay, what's going on here? So they're knocking on my door, and they tell me, we're with CPS, Child Protective Services. Your mother's not here, and we've noticed that your mother hasn't been here for a couple days. And I'm like, she works the swing shift.
Oh my goodness.
And they're like, no, we need to take you with us. So I said, just a minute, because I had the chain on the door.
Yeah.
And I walked around the corner and I got on the kitchen phone when they were wired into the house,
Yeah.
And I called my mom and I told her what was going on. She goes, you asked them for ID.
Oh my God.
She goes, you need to ask them for ID and proper paperwork.
Yeah.
And I said, she goes, but don't open the door. Talk to him through the kitchen window, she said. So I opened the kitchen window and I go, show me your ID.
And what'd they do?
We got to go back to our car for it.
Oh, okay.
So meanwhile, the cops show up not even 5 minutes later and that van takes off. They catch him. It was a pedo ring.
Yeah.
Wow.
In a small town.
Yeah.
Guys.
They're absolutely everywhere.
Guys, there's a really, really bad echo.
Is it me?
I don't know. But I can hear myself talk.
Well, I've got to go anyway, honey, because I've got to go and wake up the kids. So I've got to go shopping.
Okay.
All right. So, peace out.
Thanks for popping up.
No worries. See ya.
Bye. Okay. There's still an echo.
Probably me. Weird. Is it me?
I don't know. Hang on. I don't know. Hang on, I've got an idea. I'll remove that one from stream. No, still an echo. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe it's me. I got headphones in.
I don't know. It's weird. Oh, there you go. It's gone.
Yep, it was my headphones.
No, it's back. I can hear myself talk, Karen.
Yep.
So it's pretty bad.
It was the headphones.
No, I can still hear myself. Oh, shit. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I can still hear myself talk. Can anyone in chat help me here? Because I can hear myself talk. Okay. I don't know what to do. Okay. Let's try this again. I don't know what's going on, but I can't hear myself talk at the moment. So I'm sorry for that, Ginger. I don't know what's happened there. So I apologize for that. Yeah, I could hear myself talk though, Van. So I'm so sorry. I don't know where Ginger went. Ginger, come back. Where'd you go? Hello. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know what happened to Ginger. We lost her. So hopefully she can pop back up here and we can try again. But like I said, I don't know what happened there. So I do apologize. But if you don't pop back up here, Ginger, it was an honor to have you up here. Thank you so much. That is actually, from what the story I heard, from what Ginger was talking about, that actually scares the living shit out of me, and it is very, very, very worrisome. I am so sorry for that, Ginger. If you want to pop back up, you're welcome to. But if you don't want to and you want to pop up on another time, that's also fine too, Dale. You're always welcome because you're a pleasure to talk to from what conversation we did have. Yeah, so like I said, I could hear myself talk and I don't understand how people in chat can say they like my voice. I hate the sound of my own voice. It sounds really, really horrible. But welcome back, Ginger. Much appreciate you being on my panel for that period of time. And thank you, Van, for popping up here. And thank you, Muck Boys and Karen. All of you for popping up that have popped up. Whew. And if I didn't say it before, welcome to my chat, Mr. Seeking the Truth with Mr. Dave. It's funny, I was just saying before how Dave's not in here. And then as soon as I say that, Dave comes in and goes, he just woke up. It's all good though. He's welcome on my panel anytime he wants to pop up as well. I love having Dave on my panel. That's all right, Van. It's all good. It's all good. Just chillax. But yeah, that information you were giving, Ginger, was very interesting and very scary at the same time. Because, okay, Ginger, if this is a personal or too nosy of a question to ask, oh yeah, you were a natural, Ginger, so thumbs up. I just gave you a thumbs up, so you can't see it, but I assure you I am giving you a thumbs up. May I ask how old you are, Ginger? Like, I don't mean to ask that to sound rude, so please don't feel the pressure to answer, but what age bracket are you in? The reason I'm asking that is because if that happened then, like I'm 39, so it makes me feel old saying that, but I'm 39. Oh, she mentioned, sorry, I missed that bit. Okay, so if that is happening in the 80s, it's amazing. I was having issues with my, yes, Ginger, you were great. Like, like I said, you're 48. Okay. So, whoa. So this happened so let's say when I was 10. So this happened in the 80s, around my year of birth. I'm sorry if that was noisy of me to ask you that, Ginger. It just scares me though, because if that was happening then, and that was only, say, without being dramatic about it or horrible, that was only like back in the 80s, and it was unheard of a lot of So um Ginger is my age, Ginger, 86. Oh my God. Oh, but oh, I'm sorry. She might have meant it happened in 86. Yeah, but I do ask then. I always ask that because then I know what era roughly. Because if it was around my era, I'll be like, that's scary. It happened around when I was born, you know? But that's scary because, like I said, if that can happen with people just turning up with a van and claiming they're from CPS, so. Okay. But yeah, like I said, it's very, very, very scary. Because it might have been a lot more. And when, sorry, Dave, I have to share that because that's just too funny. For those who don't know what that is in reference to, I'll make sure that if Dave pops up here, he can explain it a bit better. But yeah, that's funny. But no, I just, like I said, from what I can recall and from what I've been told, the time frame around Australia when Australia lost their innocence was when the Beaumont children case happened. It may have happened before that. I don't know. But I'm just, yeah. All right, Van. Stay safe, drive safe, wear a mask. Yes. I'm sure my boys is relaxing and resting well, I hope. It's actually quite sad to hear about my boy's health at the moment. Everyone just keep him in your thoughts and your prayers if you pray for a speedy recovery. And hopefully he takes my advice and gets the COVID jab. But it's up to him. Clearly, I'm not going to tell him what to do with his life. But no, but like I said, there's so many. How can I put this? I am sorry to swear, but as you know, I can't help myself. There are just so many fucked up people in this world. You know what I mean? Like, I can't get over that. That's really scary. Yes. Everyone just hang on. Oh my God, I watched the documentaries on the Beaumont children. That is freaky. Exactly, Ginger. It's like they disappeared out of thin air. And it's very scary because, Glenelg isn't very far from me. Well, it's far enough for me to be able to catch 2 buses and a tram, but it's close enough that it's in my state, in mine. I was in Scotland when I got arrested in Queensland. My teleportation abilities began when I was quite young. I'm sure. Okay, I've got to highlight that, Dave. Yes, scary. Yeah, I want to be able to revisit the Beaumont children case and the John Bonet case. There's quite a few that I've gone over. Ooh, excuse me, briefly, and I would like to be able to do it again. See, I'm just posting this again because, why not? There's no pressure from anybody, but if there's anybody who does want to pop up here and, please feel free to. Again, no pressure. But it's like I said, it's just very, 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 very sad that there are so many people out there who can take pleasure in hurting not only another person, but hurting a child. I think Dave's more into Star Wars. I don't know if he's into Star Trek. But Dave can answer that better than I can because obviously it's Dave. Oh, he did some Battlestar Galactica stuff, when they do what they do. I don't think they really did much to do with. Never mind. There is a new vaccine, Tammie. I'm getting that one when Australia gets it. Yeah, I'll probably get that one then too. Is that like only a 1 dosage or is that a 2 dosage, Karen? Because I think without giving too much away, well, I won't mention names, easy. There are a few people that I know that have got the vaccine at the moment, and it's a 2-step program. So that's more than enough proof to show where you were, Mr. Dave. Oh, okay, Ginger. Sorry, I didn't really get into Star Trek. I watched Star Wars and Battlestar Galactica. I think they did. They time jumped or whatever they did in that show. I can't remember. Excuse me. Yes. Okay, so in chat, because it doesn't look like anyone wants to join me up here at the moment, which is all. No worries, Ginger. That's cool. I think we share the same trolls, Karen. But we're not mentioning names because I don't want my. Yeah. Yes. Passport stamp. That's pretty convincing. I agree. But okay, in chat, what is one case? Case you would like me to invest, or would you like me to talk about, I should say, and then that way, your input can go into my thought space, so to speak, and we can talk about that. Oh, well, that's good though, Karen. But Karen, when you speak to your doctor, sweetie, can you find out if it's a singular dose or if it's a double dose? Like, go have one now and then you go back in 6 months' time and yada, 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 yada. But yes, I think that if I could have some of the people in chat's input. Okay, Dave, what's one case you'd like me to touch on or look into? If you could choose a case for me to investigate. Excuse me. Oh, you want me to do yours? Okay. I am going to investigate this armed robbery that Mr. Seeking the Truth with Dave committed, and I am going to research it. Okay, Dave, done. When I finish this live, I don't even know where to start looking for that crap, but I'll look into it because my dear friend Dave has been accused of armed robbery with no real evidence at all. But hey, I'll go and investigate it because why not? I reckon we should all work, all my mods in here, we should all work as a team and we should all look into Dave's armed robbery things. But Dave, you need to tell us information basically that you're comfortable with my chat knowing about you so we can actually research it. We can't just go type into Google Seeking the Truth with Dave arrested for armed robbery. So you need to be able to. Yes, I will be going into John Benet Ramsey definitely again, Karen. So yeah, you might need to give me some background information so I know where to look, and I need to know what to look up, so to speak, like your name, your date of birth, personal shit, dude. Oh, exactly right, Ginger. Couldn't agree more. And yes, Matt Willis. Hello. I know it wasn't Dave. I trust Dave with my life, so I the Laurie Vallow Daybell case. All right. Yes, I know. I just think that people want to start saying that sort of stuff about Dave really need to, get a grip on reality. and find something that's actually plausible to accuse him of. Apart from being an upstanding, amazing friend, I don't think that, Dave's actually guilty of anything. So, oh my God. Okay. I don't really. Oh, okay. I'm not having dinner tonight because, apparently, Dave, I have to highlight this, okay? Because this way, if no one's actually like reading chat as it's going on, you can all be scarred by that. And that way, I'm not the only one. Right, Dave, I love you to bits, babe, but seriously, ugh. I do say anything can happen on my channel. Well, there you go. So if Dave pops up here on panel and he decides to show his face, everyone, just remember, this face that Dave's is going to be somewhere. Oh, no, I can't even finish that sentence. Mm-mm. Yeah, I think I need to remove that real quick because it's actually going off my screen. And yeah, the other one that is getting some steam here in the States is the Sons of Sam. Notice I said sons. There is evidence that DB was set up to take the fall for murders he did not commit. Sound familiar? Yes, it does, Sugar Beet. Definitely. Shanann trusted her husband. You trust no one. Exactly. But I trust Dave. Sorry, but I do. Out of all the males in my life, Dave is the one that I do trust the most. So that sounds really bad, I know. But yeah. I'm not just saying this because he's in here, but Dave is my best friend. And he might not want that title. So if he doesn't, he can let me know. But he has to, if he doesn't want the title of my best friend, then he should stop being such a good person. Seriously. That's what. Yes. Well, at least I know you can always, if you've robbed one bank or wherever you've robbed, at least I know that you'll be good at getting money quick. Oh, and B, I always sing Dave's praises. And the only thing I always say is that if people are going to be in my chat and they are disrespecting Dave while he's up here with me or he's in chat, you're going to disrespect him, there's the door. Simple as that. Because at the end of the day, he's the reason I'm doing what I'm doing. And oh, seriously, Dave, stop! Oh my God. I think that Dave is oh my God. Okay, I need someone to come up here with me and cover for me while I go puke. Okay? Because that Hugh Hefner was okay. And I'm sorry, but if Dave does come up here and he shows his face, you will all see that Dave is better looking than that wrinkly man known as Hugh Hefner. Dave is better looking than that guy any day and twice on Sunday. Why? No. Mm. Oh, well, according to sources around the world, around the place, Dave, I'm too fat to be one of. I could be a fat person in your. I'll be your chef in the Playboy Mansion. I won't be anything else. I'll just be your cook. And then when I can't cook, I'll order in, and then I'll palm it off as my own. Okay, moving on from that scarring moment. Yes, Dave is a very honest person. Yes, he is. People with partners need to be careful. Excuse me. Okay, I'm just going to leave that one alone, I think. Tammie, I'm still waiting for Dave to pay us mods from his stash. Yes, so am I, Karen. Hugh Hefner was all prune-faced and pruny. Yes, he was. Oh, my God. Well, I remember when I saw him. I can't remember what. I saw him in one movie. I can't remember what it was. But then I saw him in an episode in Sex and the City. And then I saw him just before he died. And I'm like, this wrinkly old man doesn't really age. So, Yes, very. No brains is a qualification to be part of the. Oh, I'm sorry, but I have brains, so I don't qualify. That's cool. Oh, Karen, yes, I am. But no, like I said, I'll look in. That Carr family is very, very interesting. CIA cults. I'll look into that if you'd like me to. Ginger, here we go. There you go, Dave. I'm envisioning Dave sitting next to the Barbie doll house. Sorry, guys. So, no one wants to join me up here. No one at all. Not even you. Hang on, what's this? Officer Ken Ball is welcome too. Oh, that's funny. Oh, I've been going for wow, I've been going for over 3 hours. Shit, guys. And you're all, like, most of you are still all here. That is so nice. Thank you. Okay. No worries, Dave. We're going to be, sorry, Mr. Hefner. Welcome. Ugh, I can't do that. I'm sorry. No. Ugh. Hang on. But yes, it comes down to that. So let's talk about something different before Dave comes up here, because knowing me, it's going to get on a different topic together. Where is it that, okay, what is one song that you've heard, say, the original of, but then when you heard the remake, you thought the remake sounded better, but pending it's from a different artist? So, for example, for me, I think that Elvis sang My Way better than Frank Sinatra. Yeah, no, that's fine. I can't give him a second, Karen. Relax. I'm just changing the subject if Dave comes up here. Yeah. Hang on, what's this? The officer doll, your personal security at Barbie's dream house, Dave. But like I said, it's just Sound of Silence. Yes, that is one song that is definitely better with the person singing it. Yes. Hello, Penny. Welcome. But yes, all good. Anyway, as I was saying, is there a song out there that, okay, because Ginger's put Sound of Silence. That's live. Excuse me. Live and Let Die. Okay. Yes, Aussie. That is very true. Mm. Okay, I don't know who Vitus Demash could Bergens. I don't know that song. or that artist. I'm sorry. So I do apologize if I pronounce that really, really wrong. Okay. Well, okay. What's that? It's all right, Karen. Chat's a bit slower than I am. Okay, so Penny Blake has just said hello to you, Karen, and that's the message that's at the bottom of before it starts scrolling up again. So I don't know. But anyway, Dimash, his first name, he sang it better. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, what about this then for a question? Ever hear a song that you think is shit, and then when you hear it many, many years later, you think, oh my God, that is just so awesome? And I've had that. No, we're just talking about songs and stuff, and I said about how I think that, for my personal opinion, Elvis sang the song "My Way" better than Frank Sinatra did. So yeah, that's what I reckon anyway. Yeah. What about TV shows? A TV show you couldn't stand as a kid, or you couldn't stand when it was on TV, but then someone told you about it, and then you started watching bits and pieces, and you're thinking, oh, shit, why didn't I watch this from the beginning? That's what I was like with Brothers and Sisters, Winners and Losers, Offspring, a lot of Australian shows just there. Every single ABBA song I hated, now I sing them. Cool. I like a lot of ABBA music. Very, very, very good. I like ABBA. There was a song that was brought out probably about over 20 ABBA for the music, and it was actually a really, really good song. I did like that one. Oh, okay. No, usually it's the opposite. I hear a song years later I thought was awesome before, but blows chunks now. Okay. Yes, Gogglebox over here in Australia has actually got quite funny people on there. Who killed JR? It was a stupid dream, and I was pissed. Is JR the guy from Dallas? I think it was. I don't know. Did we ever find out who did shoot JR? If that is the show you're talking about, did we ever find out who did? Ooh.
Hi.
Hello, Mr. Hefner.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm all dressed up for you.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know what's happening with the lighting. Hang on.
See, better looking than Hugh Hefner, guys. See?
Righto. Okay, can you put it on widescreen, please, so everyone can see clearly where I am?
How do I do that again?
Well, it's down the bottom of your screen. There's a thing that's got two people side by side. And
Yep. Okay, that's weird. It's not working. This is so bad. Hang on. Keep talking and I'll figure it out.
Okay, all right, everyone. Just want to welcome you to my jail cell. I've been here since 1992. They haven't cleaned the walls for a while. Just letting you all know that there hasn't been a paint job done on the walls. since I got here.
Is that right?
Yep, that's right. See?
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm in jail. I'm still here. Okay. Those trolls out there that are after me and they're trying to find me. It'll be one of the oldest prisons in Australia, quite obviously. I was quite talented. I was actually caddying in the British Open in Scotland when I was arrested in Queensland. So I hope that helps with your investigation. Yes, it's quite serious. I might actually show you something else as well. If I put my fingers across this, then I'll put my fingers across. Hang on. The bottom. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here is proof. I am not. I'll put my fingers across there. Okay. There. Okay. There and there. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Does that help with your investigation? Does that help with your investigation?
Yes.
Does that help?
Yep.
It actually looks like a fucking mugshot. But I hope that helps with your investigation. The date of birth's at the top. It's a Queensland government issued driver's license. Okay, I hope that helps. It's amazing that they let me keep that in prison as well. It was issued in 2019 when I was in prison as well. So, yeah. Yeah. I should get a lot of fangirls if they all think I'm in prison. I should start getting lots of mail.
Oh, yes, you should.
I would imagine. Yes. Please send it to Department of Corrections, care of Meg Healy. I'm sure I'll get it. Okay. Just do it that way.
Yeah, it's safer.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and they don't give me many clothes around here. They do give me a dressing gown to wear. That's all they give me to wear in prison.
Oh, they just want to make it easier for the other boys to slap you on the ass.
Absolutely. Yes, for the first time in a while, I'm actually wearing pants. Yes, so it's yes, my bottom's quite sore. Very sore. Very sore. Well, there's lots of big black men here in prison. So it's very scary. Very, very scary.
Oh, shit. Oh my god. You just said that on my channel. Oh my god. And I'm not allowed to call camel tits on yours, but you can talk about big black men and how you're very sore when you're wearing pants.
My bottom is very sore. Very sore.
Didn't you
Yes.
get that truckload of Vaseline I sent you? Because I didn't send it to Chris because it's going to cost too much in baggage. Didn't you get the Vaseline I sent you?
No, I got it from Dylan when they let him out. He actually posted it to me. Okay, because Chris gave it to Dylan, and then they let Dylan out of prison, so Dylan sent it on to me. I'm very, very lucky I've got used Vaseline. Very fortunate. Not many people get Vaseline third hand. So very lucky. Very, very lucky.
Oh, I'm going to be sick. Oh my god. You have to you will have to get a prison. Johnny, it's a bit hard. Johnny Cash is no longer around, so you know.
Yes. Dylan went all Brokeback Mountain on me. Well and truly. Well and truly.
Oh shit.
Yes. And I wasn't very accepting of it. So it was definitely I was definitely assaulted. Definitely. Yep. It's very sad. It's
Ben
very,
just wrote
very,
that.
it's a very sad story. This, I've been here for, it's now heading on 29 years. 29 years now. Yep.
Oh. Yeah. I need to breathe. This is really bad. Disclaimers, everybody. Oh. Anyway, so where do we go from there? Like,
I did not say a bad word, Karen. And the N word's a bad word. That's the bad word. I know they give me a robe. Well, it's my Hugh Hefner robe. I'm very lucky. It's my Dave Hefner robe. In case you want to wear. That's all I wear when I'm at home at the mansion. See, my mansion is high quality. I'm very, very lucky. I get to hear the birds from time to time.
no. Oh, I thought. Oh.
Hey, I had Robbie. I was on that Natasha Cooper's channel. That I don't know if you know that lady, the lady that bullies Mummy Ramblings. I'm joking, everybody. By the way, that is a joke. I was on her channel yesterday, and I actually had an image of Robbie with his arm around me. So I actually put my hand down and gave him a bit of a tickle. It was actually quite funny because Robbie was on the panel at the time. It was actually very funny. I gave him a bit of a tickle. I can't because it's really red and sore. I told you that. I have a very sore bottom.
Moon Princess Halation. I haven't seen you in here before, but hello.
Shine Aqua Illusion.
Yeah, she's apparently Sailor Moon. That's great. Yeah. I don't know what to do with that, but I've got a feeling I know what to do. Hang on. Put you in timeout because that was weird.
The things you can do.
I know, it's freaking awesome. I'm
Robbie
sorry,
loves
Sailor
it.
Moon.
Robbie does love it. A good tickle. Yep, he gets quite excited. I can assure you all. Absolutely. I love me some Robbie. Yep. It'd be good because when I go to Colorado next year, I might have somewhere to stay. You never know. I might get to meet NK for hanging around Robbie.
Just don't let her give you anything to drink.
I might get to I might try a Thrive patch while I'm there with Robbie. I can try Thrive. I can try Devil's Breath while I'm around all them in Colorado too, can't I? What else can I do?
What the fuck?
I'll probably get to meet Trent Bolt.
Wait, hang on. Burning Mandolala, protected by the. All right, I'm timing you out too, mate. Sorry. All right. Oh, if you're gonna come in here and talk that kind
yeah, it's okay. You should actually block that person forever because that's a name that's actually representing burning a black person, Nelson Mandela, who was the actual president of South Africa. So
yeah, but when they do, their timeout's over. If someone could actually find that where I've timed them out in my mod, can you please block that person? I can't actually block them because I've got to wait. Hang on. No, I can't actually block them on my end.
No, you can't at the moment.
No.
Yeah.
But if anyone that my mod that can actually see that
they're
burning
coming now because I'm here.
Oh well, feel free to come in here and enjoy the show. But if you're going to be here to troll, piss off.
Yay, Karen got to use her wrench.
Yes.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, so as you can see, it's trying to sleep in my cell at night. It's quite rough. There's lots of rats. There's always rats. They come in through that window all the time. At night, you should just hear them come down the wall. Oh, it's really terrible. and they come out through the pipe. You can see there in the corner as well. They come down through the pipe. There's a big hole in that pipe. They actually come out of that at the bottom.
Oh,
Yes.
right. Definitely different from what I saw last night, but
Yeah.
anyway,
Lots and lots of rats. Yes, just like the Watts case. There's lots of rats in the Watts case who like to talk. Lots of rats. Lots and lots. Yeah, rats. Oh yeah. Well,
Ginger.
they do starve me from time to time, Ginger. They do, and I must eat them at times. I do need to. I seriously need to survive in here. They do starve me. They stop me with my travel privileges. I can no longer, leave the prison. So, and if I try to, they try to starve me, so I have to eat the rats.
Okay.
Born in 1964, but you all got to see proof I'm definitely not born in 1964. That's definite, everybody. I'm a 1970 baby. 7th of December, 1970. My father died on my 16th birthday, the 7th of December, 1986. So it's definitely a memory I'll never forget, that horrible day. So it does not make me 56.
No.
So just letting everybody know. And I will recommend highly to everybody who has never seen the movie Shawshank Redemption, please watch it. It's got to be one of my all-time favorite movies. And if you can see, I've already started digging through the walls. There's lots of little holes and nicks and crannies. I just need my little miniature pickaxe is what Andy Dufresne called it. Some of the greatest lines in a movie are always in Shawshank Redemption. Some of the greatest lines. It was narrated and starred Morgan Freeman. If you ever want to have somebody read you a story, Morgan Freeman's the person to do it. He's just got the most amazing voice, and he actually narrates the storyline of the movie. He is awesome. Tim Robbins. Yeah, it was close. It was close, Heather. Yes. Yes, I love Red. And Andy. Oh, Ann B. Okay, don't anyone. Okay, I can't talk about the walls anymore.
Why not? What?
That's all right, Karen. It's all good. Absolute all-star cast in that movie. It is awesome. The best movie ever.
Have you seen Schindler's List?
No thanks.
That movie's sad.
Yeah, there's lots of sad movies.
Hmm.
Lassie Come Home. Very sad. All the Lassie movies, they're all sad. Especially Lassie Come Home. Yes, I am currently in an undisclosed location. That is correct. For security purposes, to keep away from the YouTube trolls, I'm actually in a secured location. As you can see, it's high quality. That window out there is the only piece of air that there is, because this is an underground bunker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And that window is at the actual surface of the ground. So it's bomb-proof, apparently, where I am. Yeah, it looks like I have a picture of the Vietnam War. Well, Matt would know, because Matt does live in Vietnam. And I'd like to know how Matt got the name Van and turned it into Van. I just really I'm trying to figure out how Matt changed Van's name from Van to Van. Yes, I'm being looked after by Officer Kendall and Officer Lines. So she's good. She comes in and gives me my lines of cocaine whenever I need them to keep awake. And I have Officer Kendall. He's back looking after the mansion for me. Absolutely. Yep. It's very lonely here, though. There's nobody here to talk to here in the prison apart from Officer Kendall and Officer Lyons. They're the only two people. But she's good at finding phones, so I'm actually very lucky that she can find a phone and then go and tell people she found it. She's very good, Officer Lyons, at doing her job. Where's Matt gone? Is he gone to try and work out how to say Van's name properly?
I think
He
so.
ran away. Yep.
Or he's gone to go teach people. It's pronounced Van, not Von.
Vaughn. Very posh.
Yeah, because when he says
Steve.
that, I know he sounds really
I know
snobby.
it's very, very posh when he says Vaughn.
I even asked her today, I said, have I been pronouncing it wrong all this time? She goes, no, why? I said, because when Matt's on panel, he calls you Vaughn. And I asked you when he was on there once, I said, have I been pronouncing it? Is it pronounced Vaughn? And she goes, yep. And then I'm like, oh, shit. And she goes, no.
Oh, no, he's not even answering us. Matt's talking about Matt. You need to acknowledge the fact that we're actually saying it's not a van, it's van, as
like
in
the car,
caravan, as in a van, as in a minivan.
Oh, sorry about my accent. It's all good.
Vaughn.
Oh, we've got to get him up here one time to ask how he pronounced plant and all those things. You got me to that time.
Yes, plant, dance, chance. That's correct. A very South Australian way of speaking here in Australia, by the way. It's actually unique to South Australia. That I can assure everybody. Yes, if you're from South Australia and you actually say dance, plant, chance, you're actually not from South Australia.
That's really awkward because I sometimes say it like that.
Whoa. Well, you do you do live on the northern suburbs, which is like the redneck section. Even worse, this is the redneck section of Adelaide. Like the true bogan. Come on, I got relatives in Morford Vale. Come on, give us a break. No, anywhere over near Elizabeth is not good, and Salisbury, not good.
Salisbury, not Salisbury. It's Salisbury.
Oh, Salisbury.
There you go. I'm from Perth, don't forget.
Yes, I know. Van. So,
I was about to ask you before you announced that you're in a prison. I was going to say to you, are you in NK's safe house?
NK's bunker.
Yeah, I thought so. The bunker that no one investigated.
That's correct. It's near what they call the Bat Cave. That's why it's a secure location. Nobody knows truly where it is because nobody went there to check on anyone. Although Troy McCoy did actually park outside the Bat Cave for an hour and 16 minutes on that fateful Monday morning.
But it was never called into question as to why.
Correct. Absolutely. Yep.
There's so many things that they screwed up with this case. It's unreal.
Several things. And I think my friend Red X is actually onto something.
Yes.
She did a live this morning following up on some imagery. And it definitely looks like Troy McCoy walked across the front lawn of the Watts residence on that Monday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Troy McCoy is the only one that wears baggy clothes, everyone.
But did you notice with what he was saying in the interview you showed, was it yesterday, when he was talking about how, Chris had his his shoes tucked into his pants, and that's such a turn off. Like, really? You're going to say something like that? Like, why would it be a turn on anyway?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So Troy's the actual one that mentions the ring on the counter.
Mm-hmm.
In his interview, and it's quite interesting that Troy's the one that actually mentions it because it's actually written by one of the officers in the handwritten notes, ring on counter. And Chris Watts actually says, yes, Karen. And the
we've renamed NK Rattlesnake.
Oh, okay. The Batcave. Too good for Rattlesnake. Yeah.
Thank you, Penny Blake. If any of my mods have Red X-Files Facebook and YouTube channels, please post them in the chat because she's very, very smart, that lady. I'd love to have her up here one time after you guys do your collaboration.
Yes. Well, she is unbelievable. And Catherine C is her go-to for all the fine details. And it's quite interesting what's actually, well, people don't realize there's actually something massive going on behind the scenes we can't tell anyone. So it is quite gigantic what's actually happening behind the scenes.
Yeah.
As in others actually being investigated. I mean, actually.
As in actually being investigated, not just saying, oh, they were investigated. Yeah.
No, they are currently being investigated. That I can assure everyone. Actually being investigated.
Good. Now, I've got a question to ask you in regards to this case. If you could pinpoint one thing in particular that really pisses you off about this case, what would it be? Only one.
The brown bikini.
Fucking hell. Oh my God, I'm just going to pretend I didn't hear that.
I think she's hiding her man bits. I think she's an hermaphrodite. That's what Chris has taken to his grave. What do you reckon?
Yeah. we'll just do that. We'll just go. So, Nicole, tell us something.
That's right. What's a really bad thing?
That really stands out, that really, no matter how many times you hear it, it just pisses you off more and more and more and more. Apart from the fact that innocent people were killed. We'll leave that one out because that's obvious what pisses people off. And B's answered mine. That's a question for chat as well, by the way. If there's something that just really stands out, let me know. That really, really pisses you off.
Nobody asked her about the 6:16 a.m. ping in Frederick.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody was asked about her phone ping in Frederick on the Monday morning. Because if they asked her that question, it meant they were treating her as a suspect.
Yeah.
Because that is an incriminating question. Asking her about phone ping when she was only ever treated as a victim and a witness.
And I think that's
the most important question for Nicole Kessinger, without the E on the end, Heather, is why did your phone ping in Frederick at 6:16 a.m. on the 13th of August 2018? That is the most important question that has never been asked in this case. Ever.
Do you think Chris has the answer to that?
Nope. Nope, because he's got no recollection of it. He's got no recollection of anything. He has vague memories of things. He has absolutely no recollection. I am serious, people. None. He does not know what is real and what is an hallucination. That's a fact.
Do you think if they were to put him back on another lie detector test now, he would get the different results than what he got when he was questioned that day after he picked up his dad from the airport? Do you think the test results would be different from...
Karen 56 in chat believes there's audio out there where you can actually hear what's her name? Tammie Lee walk back in the room, and there's two of them over near the door, and she actually whispers the word "he passed." All right, and she can't find it anymore, and then she comes over and says, "Oh well, you failed. We know you lied."
Oh my God! If anyone could find that footage,
if we could find it, she seriously went about 16 hours the other day, going through absolutely everything, trying to find Tammie Lee whispering those words. See, because when they actually say he failed, there's no proof he failed. There's no proof.
That's exactly what I was saying before.
Okay. So, yep, there's 20 in chat. There's only 5 actual chatters. I mean, there's 15 trolls out there watching.
Hello, trolls. How y'all doing? See, I acknowledge even you, even if you don't like me. I acknowledge all of you. You.
Just call them motherfuckers.
But you see, I don't want to do that in case they're friends. You know, even
especially if they're watching with their mother. I suppose it wouldn't be too good, would it?
And the reason the numbers have gone up because you keep on flashing your chest, dude. You got to stop doing that.
My chest.
Yeah.
My chest. Leave it alone. Okay.
Leave the chest alone. Sorry.
Yep. NK messed with Chris's mind, body, and soul. Absolutely, Penny. She did. He has absolutely no recollection, people. None whatsoever. And when I say people are being investigated by law enforcement, they are being investigated by law enforcement. It's an actual fact. It is a fact. Not rumor. It's factual. Looks like Tammie's fallen off the planet. Yep. Tammie's disappeared. And they should have taken the fingerprints, everybody that was actually present at Survey on Monday morning. Melissa Parrish, Troy McCoy, Chad McNeil, Cody Roberts, Chris Watts. All of their fingerprints, we know Chris's were taken, but everybody else's fingerprints should have been taken. There were 2 sets of fingerprints on the plastic bag located nearest to the grave that did not match Shanann's or Chris's, but they didn't fingerprint anybody who was actually at the crime scene on Monday morning. How does that go?
Can anyone hear me?
Yep, can now.
Oh, woohoo! Yeah.
Now you've fallen off the planet again. Wherever you're sitting, Tammie, is not a good spot.
Yes.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay, so am I. Is that better?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, you're back.
Yay! Did you all miss me?
All right.
Okay.
So.
No, I just think that, okay, now. What was I going to say? But once upon a time, there was a lady. Again?
Are you there now?
Okay. Remember that lady that was going around protection?
We just lost half of what you said.
There was a lady who was going around on the YouTube world at one stage, and she was talking about how she believes that they're all in witness protection. What is your theory on that?
Alison Stitt.
I think that was her, yes.
Stitt. Yeah, that was her. Yeah, she's the one that got blocked from Mia's channel, and she deserved to be. Nobody's in witness protection.
Okay.
Okay. And the victims are not in witness protection. Okay. Because she has got Shanann, Bella, and Cece and Nico all in witness protection in her theory. Okay. Nobody's in witness protection in this case. But as who was it who wrote me an essay? Pride of Honesty. I would like to read to you all Pride of Honesty's comment that was on my channel. I want everybody to actually think about this very carefully, what this person actually writes. It's a bit of an essay, but it makes unbelievable sense. Comments published. Okay. Just let me go down here and I'll find it. It's an absolute essay.
When you find it, let me know and I'll stop talking.
I'm very close. Here we go. I've got it. Okay, have a listen to this, everyone. Or I'll do this. Copy. Yabba-dabba-doo. Righto. What's it called? Open Office. There it is. Just talking to myself.
Okay. Yeah.
If you want to yabba-dabba, go for it.
Oh, okay. So as I was saying before, there was a lady going around saying that sort of shit, but I just wanted to get Dave's opinion. But no, like I said, if there was one thing that really pisses me off about this case, I agree. The fact that they could have taken so many more fingerprints, but the fact that they didn't wear the appropriate equipment when they were told, "Oh, I was just informed this morning that they're separating." The fact that that should have been a red flag in that non's head. As to, okay, she's not answering her phone, she's not answering the door, her car's here, her shoes are here, car seats are here. We need to look at this potential house as a crime scene, whether it was a welfare check or not. The moment that NA had mentioned that, they were separating and she wasn't answering or returning phone calls or text messages or anything like that, but that house on Saratoga Drive should have been looked at as a potential crime scene. In my opinion.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Now, can you bring up that other little screen down the bottom now?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to read this to you, everyone. This was a comment under one of my very recent videos. Based on a number of factors, I believe Chris Watts' plea bargaining included off-the-record promises of immunity for his accomplices. He took the fall for everything in return for any and all accomplices being ignored. Unlike real immunity, these off-the-record promises are not recorded anywhere. The accomplices are never named as co-defendants, state witnesses, or acknowledged in any way at all. In terms of this case, the DA went to great lengths to keep his promise to Chris Watts by not just ignoring them from a criminal standpoint, but also protecting them from being discovered. There is a reason so few of the texts between NK and Chris Watts are in the discovery. In fact, sometimes it's just a one-sided conversation from Chris Watts to NK, including on Monday. There is a reason no one acknowledges that burner phones existed. There is a reason. Shanann Watts' heartbeat sensor info, Vivint basement motion, Vivint front door videos, and all of Nate's other relevant videos were kept out of the discovery. I believe the 2,000-page discovery is probably more like 15,000 pages behind closed doors. The DA fully knows the role of everyone involved based on the R's statements. I believe it's not fair to the public to allow monsters to walk free and live amongst us without any warning or prior history to reference. We are warned about sex offenders and we have access to criminal records so we can keep ourselves safe. But we have no way of knowing when an off-the-record promise of immunity was given to a would-be co-defendant. What happens to the wife of the next man Nicole Kessinger has an affair with? Does she have to die too? As for Troy, Nicole Atkinson, and any other possible accomplice, whatever factor motivated them to help will motivate them later on in life. Do we just sit back and wait for their future victims to happen? I know that the R's are hurting. Limiting their pain and anger, however, should not come at the expense of public safety.
Whoa.
I believe that person who wrote that is involved in law enforcement in some way, shape, or form in America.
Oh,
Knows
definitely.
how the whole system works. And that person wrote a comment under Troy's video. It's an amazing comment. It's unbelievable. So I hope that opens people's eyes. So it's actually not about witness protection. It's about off the record immunity deals. Then DA Rourke walks in and says to Chris, we're giving them all immunity. And they're all going to testify. They're all going to say this. Right? So we're sentencing you to death. Well, sorry, the words were, I'm putting you to death unless you plead guilty. Were the words Ronnie told me were used to Chris. Me, personally. In a phone call.
Can't dumbass Dork, sorry, that's D.A. Rourke for those who don't know, but can't dumbass Dork be charged with, what's the word? With anything?
No. He's allowed to lie. He's allowed to threaten and intimidate. He's allowed to do anything he wants to get a conviction.
I'm sorry, but that's fucked up.
They have immunity.
That is
it's
so
an
messed
absolute
up.
nightmare.
That's bullshit. Sorry, but the one person in chat who's got all those stars, their name is Star. They've just been they've already advised, like, let me know and stuff like that. They just don't want their name all over YouTube. So it's not a troll
No
search.
worries. Okay.
Just letting you know.
Okay. No worries. Yeah, we know D.A. Rourke should definitely be investigated.
Mm-hmm. Because as far as I'm aware, I've never seen him investigate any other case, as in that's been like published and publicised.
Oh, he has. Oh, yeah. He's actually been involved in corruption scandals, all sorts of shit. There's been stories made about him. There's articles about him where he's been investigated. He's a corrupt human being. He is a corrupt human being.
So who's above, excuse me, apart from who's paying him money under the table, who does D.A. Rourke answer to?
The governor.
And the governor's obviously corrupt too, because he allowed this threat to take place.
Correct.
That's fucking disgusting.
And
Sorry.
Congressman Ken Buck, who used to be the DA of Weld County, is a federal congressman who has links to the Kessinger family.
Well, there you go. His surname says it all, guys. Bug.
Buck.
Oh, Buck. We'll call him Bug.
As in fuck. Buck. Okay? Buck.
Oh,
right.
I'll just call him Bug. You know I have nicknames for everybody in this crisis. Yes, we're brainstorming what other names we can call NK. So we've got Rattlesnake, we've got Devil's Spawn. What's the one you come up with? Hermaphrodite?
That's an actual.
Yeah, I know. That's actually a compliment.
Okay.
So we can't call her that. Damn.
That's a gene.
There you go.
Camel
See,
tits.
I'm getting. Yeah, exactly. See, I'm getting so many. I said to people, if you call her camel tits in here, you can't call her that in Dave's channel because you get upset.
NK Ultra. That's Bartwan's name for her.
Oh, fuck, this is good.
Home wrecker.
Yes, definitely.
Skank bucket.
Oh, there's just the names for her are endless when you think about it.
Yeah.
If you could ask her one question, what would it be?
Why did you phone Pig?
You'd ask her that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well, apart from drop your pants.
Oh my god. Oh. And then I'll be like, I never liked you anyway. You have a little ding-a-ling.
Exactly. That's right. And she tucks it. Or he.
How about we just say it?
G'day, my name's the Gold Kissinger. Yep. You're just dying for her to talk like that, aren't you? You're just dying for her to say, "Hi, I'm Nicole. How you going?" Yes. Why did you do research on August the 3rd and September the 1st, 2017, looking for Chris Watts and Shanann Watts? Why did you Google them?
Nicole Henry Kissinger.
Henry Kissinger.
Kissinger. Sorry.
Yes. Yeah.
How about just Kissinger?
No, Henry Kissinger's a mass murderer. That's why Matt's written that name. Okay.
See, I'm really bad at this. I've got a true crime page. I don't even know half these people. I'm like, oh, this will be my final live, people. No. Oh, far out. What's one Australian crime that stabbed you? Sorry?
Lindy Chamberlain.
Yeah.
That dingo's got my baby.
Like they did on Seinfeld when they talk about dingo's got my baby. Yeah. Sorry, I do voices. I don't do voice calls.
Yeah.
Did you say you had to go?
Ramsey, yeah, I'm going in a minute. So I've got to go over to Mia because it's her birthday. We all need to go over to Mia and give her super chats. Everybody here, after Tammie finishes, needs to go over to Mia. She's dressed in a beautiful black dress. We all need to go over there and support her and give her super chats because it's her 55th birthday. Okay.
Whoa, she doesn't look that age. All right, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to go over and support her. All right, Dave, before I do go, though,
yes.
Can you do me a favor? Can you drop the link for her channel in my page, please?
Oh, okay.
Because then that way people can click on it.
Yep. Okay. Give me a second.
Thank you. Yeah, please go over and support her. She is an amazing, amazing person. Her and Dave are my YouTube parents. Not that they want to be, which is a bit disturbing considering I'm 39.
I'm actually dropping you a link, everyone, straight to the video. Okay. So instead of going straight to her channel, everybody will be going straight to her live. So now I need to go back to Tammie now.
Yeah.
1 moment. Oops. Tammie Wells is live. There she is. Oh, God, I'm there too. Oops. There I was yabbering away. Right, paste that there. There you go. All right, everyone. That'll take you straight. That'll take you straight to Mia's live. I want to see all 16 of you in there instantaneously, please.
All right. Well, let's all go over there now.
And those that don't know, please, Mia is not drunk. Mia is not stoned. Mia has a brain injury. So please never go into Mia's chat and say, "Are you drunk?" Because if you do, you'll be blocked instantly.
Oh, definitely.
They're the rules.
Yeah.
Okay. She has a brain injury from a very, very, very bad car accident.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's all pop over and watch Mia together. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you all later. Bye.
Yeah. Bye, Dave. All right, guys. So, yeah, please go over to Mia's channel that Dave posted the link in here. Let's go over and show her some support and wish her happy birthday. And I will say now, until next time, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.